It is Sunday. It is a big day. It's a big week, actually, for a lot of us nerds. And you got the biggest nerds here to talk
Yes.
about. Oh, sorry. But you already know who I am. I'm Drew Yari from The Experience, and with me and joining me is TV's Joe Punches.
That's me. Oh, shit.
And a dog.
And Duncan. He's excited.
And TV's Duncan.
Dude, get off my crotch.
I don't know why that was making me laugh on Spitball Media when B Show kept going, and TV's Glenn Powell.
I feel like I'm going Harry Carey right now. Hi! Would you ever eat the moon?
What happened to mad cow disease? It just came and went away. Your thoughts?
But the moon was made of ribs. Oh, dated. That's very dated.
Oh my god.
Great start. And, I've nerded out the past 2 days. Like I've been I'm wearing my tight Yoda shirt.
Nice. And that thus concludes Boomer Talk on Real Bites. But yeah, welcome to Real Bites, people, where we talk about movies, TV shows, news and entertainments. And for this week, we got a lot of news. Specifically, something that happened. Actually, it started this week on Thursday, technically. Big stuff happened yesterday. And as you can tell on the background, we're here to talk about it. But it's not just that. Something happened at the very beginning of the week. Something that we didn't incur. Or I don't know. What was the word he said? Something that we can't see coming.
Can't see coming. Fake Russian?
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's like I'm not an Oscar winner like Mr. Downey, but let's just talk about it. Let's bring it up since we're already here and we're ready to go. So the beginning of the week, a trailer dropped that we had been waiting quite a while
Months.
For. Just in time for another big movie that's coming out this week, Spider-Man Brand New Day. The trailer for Avengers Doomsday dropped.
Which was very similar to the leak that was dropped months ago.
Right, because I did see like AI leaks where it looks similar. But I guess someone literally copied it because the trailer for that came out at CinemaCon. And a lot of like reactors and influencers that were at CinemaCon were like, yeah, that was basically the trailer we saw. And we got that Monday morning. I woke up at 8. I'm just looking at my phone and I sent
you a message and you're like, dude.
Yeah, and I'm like, what? And then I just see on Facebook Avengers Doomsday Trailer. I'm like, oh shit! And I just ran all the way to the restroom and I just like watched it. And of course I'm like, and then the second the trailer finishes, that's when you wrote me. And you're like, dude. And so, like any good-hearted American, good-natured American, I watched it multiple times. I watched my favorite YouTubers react to it. I watched different theories. I know Joe has his theories. I told Joe, whoa.
And my theories have changed. My theories have changed.
I know.
That's why I'm glad I waited.
I told Joe, save all the good shit for Sunday. Don't tell me now. I don't want to know. I don't want to know theories. I want to know. I don't want to know these theories now. I want to know them the day of. So Avengers Doomsday. Basically everything we thought was going to happen in the trailer happened. You got a voiceover by Downey, which we couldn't even tell that was Downey. So that kind of puts to rest our fears of, is this going to be Victor Von Stark? Is this going to be Tony Von Doom? No, we got Victor Von Doom, live and living color. That suit is gorgeous. It is amazing. Him doing the voice, again, it's just like, the one thing I kept hearing was, this is similar to Heath Ledger as the Joker, where the eyes, Chica, they never lie. In this case, you saw Robert Downey Jr.'s eyes behind that beautiful mask, and you couldn't even tell that was him. So, I don't think I mean, I think obviously in the movie we're gonna see the unmasking maybe in the beginning.
I hope opposite.
I mean, in some ways, I'm kind of like you, where I'm like, I don't want to see Downey's face at all.
I want to see it. I'm gonna put this out there right now. I want to see it at the end, whether it's him versus Thor, him versus somebody else. I want to see that mask flop off, Michael Myers style at the end of the first Halloween, where it plops off for half a second. You see a scarred RDJ face, and that's it. That's my hope. I mean, that's just me.
No, I'm the same. Like, I just keep it as is, because I don't want to see one scene in this movie where it's like, kind of looks like Tony Stark.
He's so angry.
I don't want to see that at all. I really don't want to see that at all. I don't want to see Peter show him be like, Mr. Stark. Like, no, just keep his face hidden. Obviously, they're going to have to explain it. It's going to happen at some point. Maybe not in this movie. Probably in Secret Wars.
No, I'm going to tell you right now.
In this movie, keep that mask on. Good. No, good.
No, I'm going to say they will explain it. I mean, we saw the outfits. We saw they're going to be witches. There's going to be. We saw him staring at the, which we'll get into. This is a lot, folks. This is a lot we're going to dive into. There's a lot here. There's a lot of meat. As Big E would say, big meat fighting. There's a lot here. When I saw that poster of Doom looking at that whole aspect, I saw the fucking Easter eggs. Like, my mind was already working. So I think this is why this movie's damn near going to be 3 hours fucking long. Is we're going to get a lot of Doom. Drew, I'm gonna go off. Did you see the new leak trailer?
I think I saw something that looked like a thing, but I'd go mainly off the description.
They're gonna explain a lot, and from what that I saw it looked legit, because it looked like it was straight from Sdcc. We hear fucking what's her face?
Susan,
yes. Sorry, I was blanking there for a second. And I think it's going to explain a lot, because even Kevin Feige came out, because there's a lot of discourse about the fact that, we had 8 years to build up to Thanos, and now we're just getting Doom dropped on us.
Right.
Which, again, balls are rolling, rumors are rolling. I mean, I had my initial assumptions, but that has changed since, stuff has been dropped in multiple series and whatnot. But I saw the leak and I'm just like, oh, Doom. And I don't want to give too much away, because I don't know what you saw. And I don't want to give too much, because I don't want to leak a lot, because I want this to be fresh like you do when it comes to seeing this movie. I don't want too much to give away, but they're going to play Doom like they did Thanos. He has a reason for what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm fucking amped. Like I can't. I'm getting goosebumps. I if the way and the thing is, it ties into Spider-Man and the way if Spider-Man leads off the way it does, that my theory is it's going to lead off into. I'm gonna nerd out like I'm 14 fucking years old. I'm gonna have changed my fucking pants because Secret Wars is gonna be fucking everybody. And Doomsday's coming. That's all I'm saying. Doom.
I guess to kind of fast forward, so and we'll kind of come back, but
Yeah, we'll come. I'm sorry,
talking about.
I digressed a little bit there.
Don't worry about it. So they brought out the cast of Doomsday minus a few people. Thor wasn't, or Chris Hemsworth wasn't there because I think he's filming the new not Redemption. What the hell is it called? Extraction movie. And then I think Sue Storm wasn't there either. But yeah, basically, essentially everybody was there. Downey, whatever. Are we having some problems, Joe? Okay. So yeah, the cast of Doomsday wasn't was there, sans the people I just mentioned, and they showed a clip of Doomsday. We got Joe back.
Sorry, it's lovely when a freaking spam call comes in and just disrupts everything.
Lovely. No, but you only missed like maybe 2 seconds. Basically, the cast of Doomsday was there. Sans a few people, and they did show a clip of basically explaining the relationship between Reed and Doom, since a lot of people were kind of worried because there was a rumor that for some reason Dr. Doom is fixated on Steve Rogers, and it's like, why?
Well,
But
I mean,
but not to cut you off, but we do kind of know. We have a theory, one of many, but it's like, but what about him and Reed? But anyways, they did explain that, where I don't have the quote in front of me, but it's like Sue Storm does a voiceover where she's like, I knew Victor was broken, but I didn't know he was like really broken. Like, I didn't know he was that broken. And, we tried to help him. He used to be a good guy, but now he's not. And then there's a scene where Reed is apparently grabbing Victor. He's like, what did you do? What did you do, Victor? Victor's like, you guys are living lives that don't belong to you, and now I want them back. Or now you have to give them back. And then he revives a bunch of Sentinels. So that's the description. And apparently there's a line where Thor goes, I'll send you straight to hell when I'm done with you. And Doom just says something to the effect of like, I am hell. Which I'm like, oh, this is awesome. But yeah, I guess like the trailer's obviously awesome. We got a lot of it. We got Thor kind of leading the charge.
Yeah, I'm gonna say let's go back to the trailer so that way we can dissect it a little bit, because
right.
I mean that leads into SDCC, of course.
Right. So, like I mentioned, Downey's narrating, but you can't tell it's him, and that's great. Like, he's actually in Doom effect, like he's actually in Doom mode. And then Thor's pretty much just like, he's telling like this like current group of Avengers, the Fantastic Four. Like, he actually comes in a pod with the Fantastic Four, and the rest of the group, like the Thunderbolts. Which, if anyone did see the Thunderbolts, the post credit for that scene was them at Avengers Tower looking at the screen, and they see a ship that says 4. So, and then the end of Fantastic Four, the post credit for that was actually directed by the Russos, where it's somebody, we're not sure who it is. We don't know if it's Doom. It could be one of Doom's witches. That has their mask off, and then Franklin's doing this. And I thought that was a really good scene. It was kind of creepy in some ways, because it's like, who's in my house?
Great build-up.
So I believe that scene happens first, and then the post credit happens second, and it's the Fantastic Four trying to look for Franklin, and then they somehow land on Earth 616, which is current day MCU. So the room's full of the Thunderbolts, Sam Wilson, Captain America, Bucky, who are at odds because Ant-Man, who Bucky and Sam are apparently at odds because Bucky's with the new Avengers with a Z. Well, that's actually Red Guardian's idea. That's not their idea. And then Sam's trying to claim ownership of the Avengers, so they're at odds apparently. And then Ant-Man, of course, with the ageless Paul Rudd, and like I mentioned, Fantastic Four coming with Thor. Now, on Spitball Media, John Draper pointed out something that was kind of interesting. When you look at the shot of that scene, well, we'll point out the other thing in that scene. But when you look at that shot in the scene, I mean, it's been like with every trailer where obviously they can't show you everything. They got to hide some things for the movie. But when you look at that shot, you notice that there's some empty spots. Like, picture this is a person, and this is another person who's like all the way back here. It's like, why not just stand next to this person? It's like, no, because somebody else is standing next to him. Who? I don't see them. Read between the lines, Chico. So there's going to be some characters that they haven't announced on that like chair announcement deal. Go ahead.
One thing that's seen is he's there, he's in sandals, he's in the dark, but Sentry's in that picture too.
Yeah, Bob.
So
yeah, he's there.
Which is a fine thought that they kept him kind of in the background there.
So if you had to guess, how many people are missing in that photo or in that shot?
Doom.
If you had to guess.
Doom, Steve Rogers, Loki.
Okay. Because Loki does show up in the trailer.
God, I want to bring it up. Oh God, I want to bring it up so bad. Sorry. So my first thought. All right. So give me 5 minutes to do a tangent here. My first thought is when Thor sees Steve Rogers. My initial thought was that's fucking Loki. But then I started thinking about the initial teasers, and you see Steve Rogers without the beard. He's holding his kid, and I was like, no. And now since the Russos come out and said we're going to feature more Nomad, I was like, okay, well that squashes that. My theory is because in the trailer you see Loki, he's staring off. He's not in his chair. He's staring out a curtain. That curtain looks a little vintage, right? Maybe 1950s, 1960s. Who's he trying to get? Huh. Somebody who's
Steve!
Somebody's holding a TVA card with a wedding ring. Who's married?
It's like, you gonna tell me about her, Joe?
No, I won't, but I tell you what, I feel like a lucky fella if I did. And she gets, because I got a soft spot for her. Not gonna just woo. She's a good looking lady. She is. And she's in it. She fucking came out this weekend. So
yeah, Haley Atwell. Haley Atwell is announced to, or Mrs. Steve Rogers. She is. Yes. She was announced at a Comic-Con in San Diego is that she'll be returning, which we all kind of figured. But it is nice to see Haley back. She is nice.
Which
nice
to me,
she's a nice actress.
Yes, which squashes the whole Hydra angle, in my opinion. Did you see that I see your face, because a lot of people were initially were thinking, oh, this is Hydra Cap. This is Hydra. It's not Steve. It's Stevie. I can't remember, but they're saying it was going to be Hydra Captain America working with Doom. Initially, I was like, I didn't know if I technically bought. That's why I bought in more to the Loki aspect of it. But if you go back and watch the trailer, there's somebody standing behind Steve when Thor goes, "It's not possible," and he's not staring at Steve. He's staring at the person behind him. Which we're gonna connect these fucking dots in our universe, because we're going to talk about it, as Mr. Rhodes would say.
We're basically like we're gonna be like Charlie Day, the Charlie Day meme, just like theories.
I know theories.
I mean, it's one
So
of those things of just like
break that scene down, like break that aspect of the trailer down for me. Like, what do you think, and what I just described? Like, do you think I'm on point? Do you think I'm off? Like, what do you think?
I mean, it does kind of make sense because again, like going back to the Infinity War trailer, when at the end of the trailer everybody's running, in Wakanda, and none of that shit ever happened. So Marvel does like to throw you through a loop and to keep you guessing. It's like I like that. There's a Kevin Nash quote I love. It's we want to make you think that you're thinking, and this is Marvel with Doomsday, also with Brand New Day, because it's like, do you think that's Jean Grey? I mean, it has to be.
I got my theories on that too, which we'll discuss.
Which, we'll get to that next week, which we will be joined by RJ the Brooklyn Savage to be reviewing Spider-Man Brand New Day next time.
I got my tickets for Friday. Wah, wah, wah. Dude, when I went in, Wednesday was side note, super side note. When I went in, the thing is with B&B Theaters, they had no early day Wednesday. None. It was Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Thursday, filled. Friday, filled, except 9:15 a.m. So guess what I'm doing Friday fucking morning?
Yeah, you're gonna be waking up and going. You're going to theaters in your PJs.
Fuck yeah, I will. By myself. Don't care.
I'm not judging. I'll do that. I don't give a fuck. I'll do that.
I'm gonna wake up, eat some Reese's Cup cereal, and fucking go to the goddamn theater. Spider-Man.
Awesome. And like I like to flex this. I'm going on an early showing on Wednesday evening.
Sorry. Reflex.
Please, I love your hate. I love your hate. I can dance. I can dance to your hate.
Sorry.
I get off to your booze.
Gross.
But yeah, let's go back to go back
digress.
to the Doomsday trailer. Okay, so you're not the first one to point that out, where someone mentioned somebody standing behind Steve, because that Steve looks a lot different than the one we got in the original like clips, the mini trailers. And again, granted, those scenes probably don't have anything to do with the movie,
right?
Except for maybe the Black Panther and Fantastic Four one, which we obviously saw in here, and the X-Men one, where you hear Magneto talking and then Xavier or like having a moment, and then Cyclops just takes off his visor, like ah. So I think the Thor scene, that I get the feeling that the Captain America scene probably doesn't happen in the movie. As far as like that mini trailer, that just seems like, hey, tune into Doomsday with TV's Chris Evans. No, but the Thor thing kind of seems more plausible. I don't know.
I mean, the Thor and Doom is that the scene you're talking about, or Thor and the Thor and Steve Rogers?
No, the Steve Rogers one I think isn't going to happen the way it looked. I just think that was a good setup.
Yeah.
Where obviously I think Loki is going to show up in Steve's time and then try to recruit him, essentially, because he's like, listen, I know you and me were at odds, but we got some shit going down, and I need you.
Which there's a big rumor with that. So, I mean, I don't know if you want me to discuss that or not, because it does delve into the plot, and I don't want to get too much into the plot because I don't want to be spoilers, because I want to watch this movie and fucking just not know. And I'm already seeing people like, well, it's this because of this, because of this, because of the TVA, and dragging this person, this, and to this, and then this, and people are going to die. The thing is, I'm already assuming 2 or 3 people that I'm going to love are going to die within the next 15 or 20 minutes just on the base who showed up as a cameo at Sdcc last night in a gray suit and said, "Hey, when are you filming? It's done." And I'm anxious and I'm annoyed. Yes, I'll calm down. Sorry.
Easy, easy,
Sorry. I'm
easy,
sorry. I'm sorry.
easy, easy.
You see where I'm coming from.
So I think that could happen. I also think maybe Loki can maybe be like I guess, the doorway to other heroes coming in the multiverse. Where he's like, you think you're the only hero out there? So I
Loki's like the Watcher. Oh.
Well, I mean, at the end of Loki, at the Loki series, spoilers, he's basically the guardian of the multiverse.
Yeah,
Like,
which is a
holding down
threat
the trees.
to
Doom. So that happens. The Thor thing, where like he's pretty much praying to Odin in a forest. I think that scene is in Latveria. I think
Ooh.
that forest is in Latveria, where he pretty much touches down there, and he knows he's gonna try and fight him, but he knows, like, he gets the feeling like this guy is not someone that I need to take easy. Like, this guy's gonna put up a fight, and as you can see, they pretty much like Dragon Ball Z the fight, where Thor's coming down with Stormbreaker, and then Doom just comes up with 2 fingers like this.
Yeah, which brings up the fact, 'cause you brought it up at SDCC, we got the witches outfits, right? And I think in the movie, and possibly in the second, maybe third trailer, because in these type of movies, they generally drop 3 trailers, right? They're going to explain Doom. His mom was a witch. His shit went sideways. And if they go from what I know with what the recent Secret Wars was, his life has changed because people fucked with the universe in the multiverse.
Mhm.
And he's trying to make it right. And he has, like, he's now, disagree with me if I say this, he's more powerful than fucking Wanda, right? When it comes to witch power.
Yeah, because like Doom brings in magic. And because I remember, like, there are people that were like, how is Doom more powerful than Thanos? And it's like, well, Doom's using magic to pretty much flick away Mjolnir, because Mjolnir is connected to magic. You know, it's like the line that Thor had in the first Thor movie, where it's like, where I come from, magic and science are one and the same. So that's what makes, Doom so fucking powerful. I do agree with one criticism where it's just like, okay, all this is cool, but why? And obviously we're going to find out in the movie why, because let me kind of get one big criticism out of the way when we were talking about that whole scene with all the heroes. The running joke, and we're wrestling fans, of course, the running joke with everybody in that scene minus Thor and maybe Sam and Bucky is that they look like NWO 2000. And I don't think that's necessarily on them. I always say it's not on them, it's on the booking, and in this case it's on Marvel, because look at what we've had post Endgame. We had Shang-Chi, which I like. Shang-Chi, I didn't love it.
Same.
I didn't really like the third act when they started like riding the dragon. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then we only got 1 movie out of that, and then 5 years later it's like, and now he's in Doomsday. It's like, okay. We should have got a third. Well, I mean, not a third. We should have got a second Shang-Chi movie to really like make people appreciate him more. You know what I mean? We had the Black Panther movie, which, they had a heavy task with that because the star of the film passed away, and the film itself was. I didn't think the film was bad. I thought it was actually pretty good. Shuri herself, the actress, I think she's good I think she's good at playing Shuri. Her as Black Panther, and obviously we'll get to the big news later. I just, don't really believe her in that badass role. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then the stuff with like Namor, I thought was interesting but kind of weird.
To me, it didn't. They didn't portray Namor like we know Namor could be, basically.
Right. But obviously we're gonna get more out of that. in Doomsday, probably. Fantastic Four was, I guess, by default the best Fantastic Four movie, but it underperformed, and that's. I think in some ways the pandemic really did kind of halt how Marvel could have put out these films, because we had that whole year where we well, not just Marvel films, but like we didn't have anything. So I can't really sit here and be like, but what about my Marvel films? It's like people are dying. But Marvel. But yeah, in some ways I did kind of ruin the creative process, because it's like, we probably could have gotten more films leading up to Doomsday, and then obviously everything that happened with Kang and Jonathan Majors, which that's another thing. How are they going to explain Kang in this movie? Are they going to give him the Benoit treatment, or just like,
Oh, Jesus.
they gotta address him. Also, Kang is an easy character to recast.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes.
Like fucking Coleman Domingo is right there. Just cast him as Kang.
Oh, jeez. You know what I thought about 2 days ago? Because I saw him on fucking, was it Kimmel?
Yeah.
I just sat there and I was like, he'd make a good Kang.
Yeah. Just like address him. You need to address him. Like, I know the Kang stuff didn't work. In all actuality, it should have just been Doom.
But you can always repurpose him into the
right.
fucking
No, true. But looking back on it, they really should have just did Doom in the beginning, because by that time they already had the rights back. And it's like, and technically, Fantastic Four was never really owned by Fox. They were owned by like some company in Germany, I think. And I think Fox just like had the lease or whatever, or a license or whatever the fuck. So it wasn't like a Fox thing where it's like you can't recast anyone until like 2025 or whatever. Like with Fantastic Four, it's like, no, you can probably use these guys already.
Right.
So with Doom, they should just like, they should have brought in Doom, like really. And again, I hate to be mortifying, but it's like, if Chadwick Boseman didn't pass away, that could have been the best way to introduce Doom. Yep. Where Doom was the one pulling the strings in the back. He's the one getting, every nation, everybody to go after Wakanda, while he's in the back going, yes, Doom.
Power.
Fall to Doom. That could have been the perfect way. Obviously, in Wakanda Forever, you can't just be like, we're going to have this emotional movie in tribute to our star, and then have Doom come and be like, all right, sadness is over. I'm here, bitches. I mean,
give me your cool. Shit.
That would have been cool. But I mean, it would have been kind of cool where it's like, okay, bitches, stop crying. I'm here.
Who brought Robert Englund into the Wakanda?
Wakanda forever, bitch.
Dude, that'd be great. Oh my god. That would be a great. I mean, they're already doing fucking Predator and Aliens. Fucking give me Freddy versus Wakanda. That'd be great.
Oh man, but no, I mean, again, just going back to what I said, it's like, you really do have to address Kang. You have to. They really do. I'm happy they addressed the Reed and Doom relationship, but they really do have to address the Kang thing, because you have Ant-Man in here, and Ant-Man has to be like, wait, something's worse than Kang? Kang got out? And everybody can't just be like, yeah, the Kang's gone. Anyways, Doom.
Yeah. Which I feel like just judging from the trailer, they're going to do the trope. We're going to do the split off. 2 to 3 teams are going to go off and do their own thing, and we're going to get 2 to 3, which we got that in the trailer. You had some of the Fantastic Four going to Wakanda, and you had some of the Fantastic Four, Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts going to just fucking X-Men. So we have multiple things going on, which, as long as the pacing's good, I have no problem with that, because they did that in fucking Endgame and Infinity War. So, and there's a lot of shit that we didn't see. And thing is once you start connecting the dots, you realize there's more to this plot than what we're getting. Because a year and a half ago, Ian McKellen sat there and said, he's like, oh, I blew up the New Jersey bridge. battling
I think
Doom.
the opener is going to be fucking hot. I can already tell. The opener for each Avengers movie has always started off hot. Or like in Endgame's case, that started off very, very kind of scary, with Hawkeye's family being dusted away.
Yeah,
The other ones, Infinity War started off with Thanos killing everybody on that ship.
yeah,
Um, what was it? Age of Ultron was them fighting in the forest, and then the first Avengers was them literally setting up the whole fucking movie with Loki like fucking shit up. So the opener for this one's gonna be hot.
now question for you, being a nerd fellow like me. So I'm gonna go out and say it. We're gonna get a lot of death in this. This is gonna be Infinity War plus 1,000.
Mm.
So I already see there's gonna be criticism because people are gonna have their favorites. Their favorites may be on screen for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then they're gone. Not knowing that more than likely they're going to be back in Secret Wars. So, do you think that will hurt the film? Or do you think that people are like, fuck, I'm ready. Get me to fucking, because they already said Secret Wars is not going to be a two-parter. It's going to be Doomsday, Secret
Right.
Wars. Like, does that worry you at all, or does that get you? Because we've already heard you've heard the rumors. I've heard the rumors about who's going to be in the first like 10, 15 minutes. Because we've seen that clip with Xavier looking at it's an incursion. It's an incursion. Like, like, does it bother you if you see like a fan favorite get sapped or Thanos out?
No, not really, because like we know what we're in for with this.
As I was saying, like we know, but casuals.
I mean, people are gonna get mad regardless because my whole thing has always been either commit to it or don't. I hate watching a lot of these like big franchises and even shows like they do it where it's like we have all these characters but we don't want to do anything to them. It's like Stranger Things, for example, where they introduce so many characters, especially in that last season. It's like, okay, so is somebody gonna die? And nobody died. No fan favorites died. They're like, well, Elle died. She didn't.
Well,
It's
well,
like we're
that
gonna
was
have
my
Steve.
thing. Oh, go ahead. No, continue.
It's like we're gonna. It's like, oh, is Steve gonna fall off the ledge and die? Blackout. And then he's hanging on for dear life. Yay, Steve's alive. It's like, I don't know, just commit to it or don't. It's like
Yeah,
stop telling me that you're gonna piss in my face. Just piss in my face. Or don't.
yeah.
Stop
Well,
telling me you're gonna piss in my face.
that was my thing with Endgame because I was going in thinking, oh shit, we're gonna see like our favorite guys. Like this is it. Like they don't have contracts after this. Like this is their last film. We're gonna see the death of Cap, Thor, Iron Man. Spoiler. Um,
What?
Black Widow. Spoiler. Um, um. So I feel like this, I'm going to go in with the same mindset as Endgame. Like, I'm expecting a lot of death, a lot of destruction.
Right.
This is going to be Empire Strikes Back tenfold. But if you don't know what goes on in Secret Wars, I just want to, I just want to, again, another side note. Who's Beyonder?
I guess we'll find out. Again, there's characters in this movie that we don't know yet. We're gonna go in seeing this shit for the first time and going, oh, you weren't in the trailer, you weren't in the chair announcement. I personally, I don't. I mean, I don't think we're gonna get Spider-Man in this movie. Judging by
No.
what happens at the end of Brand New Day, we're not gonna get Spider-Man until Secret Wars.
Sorry.
I don't think we're gonna get Wolverine until Secret Wars. Yeah, a certain Merc with a mouth might appear in this movie. You never know.
Gray suit?
But yeah, I think maybe. I think other characters will appear in Secret Wars, specifically more Sony characters. Especially next year, we're getting the third Spider-Verse movie, and that could play into Secret Wars. We might get a first look at a live-action Miles Morales, or a live-action Spider-Gwen, or a live-action Spider-Punk, or a live-action Miguel O'Hara.
Here's the thing. I thought about this yesterday. How much will you pop as if we get a lineup of the X-Men and we hear like we get that oh like could you imagine? Because because we're already just Beiji seeing the trailers, like I already think like they fight Doom, they lose, they come back, they reconfigure, they figure out how to battle. Because oh my god, there's so much to this film that we don't know yet, and the theories and the rumors and like what Doom is.
I have some theories on deaths.
Go ahead. I don't mind to share.
Well, you notice how in the X-Men there's certain characters missing from the lineup, and I think it's because they don't make it in the beginning of the film. I think the reason why Famke Janssen and Halle Berry are not present is because in the beginning they fucking die.
So is my blue boy not there for a reason?
Who's your blue boy?
Beast.
No, he's there. Kelsey Grammer's there.
Well, I'm just saying the trailer.
Well, I mean, he was at Comic-Con. I'm saying like actors
True.
that.
Oh, I got you.
Actors that aren't at Comic-Con promoting it, because I know Famke Janssen was jokingly saying like, "Well, Marvel hasn't called me back," and then Halle Berry's like, "I'm not coming back," and it's like, that means you're coming back.
Yeah.
So
I die.
I mean, I would hate for Halle Berry to finally come back and be Storm, and then they just kill her off because she kind of got fucked over as Storm in the movies. Yeah. I mean, I think it's more likely that maybe a Jean Grey, Famke Janssen passes away, and I don't know. Again, I Marvel is making me think that I'm thinking, and come December,
right? Because remember, we got Spider-Man, which I have my own theories about that.
Which we'll find out about that. But yeah, as for the rest of the trailer, again, it's just basically me going, hey, Gambit, Channing Tatum's Gambit. Again, I'm happy for Channing Tatum. He wanted to be Gambit so bad, and he just got fucked. And
he has the fucking lingo for it too.
Yeah, he's actually from New Orleans and came back in Deadpool versus Wolverine, and there's a deleted scene where he turns around, you see a giant portal open. He just kind of goes. So
yeah, buddy.
He's fighting Shang-Chi, which looks fucking awesome. Then you see Rebecca Romaine as Mystique, which people are bitching about the hair, and it's like
she's older.
Let
it be.
She's a fucking fox too. And Jerry O'Connell, you bastard. The fat kid from Stand By Me. God damn it. I'm not hating. But no, she looks like a comic accurate Mystique with the costume.
Yep.
And we didn't get to see Nightcrawler, which I'm pretty sure we will in the next trailer. And he said there's a scene where he punched or kicked Pedro Pascal in the face. And then that's essentially it. Oh yeah, Nightcrawler. Mystique turns into Yelena, and then they fight. And then you see Sam, and then you see everybody else. And oh yeah, the end of the trailer, we already talked about it, where Thor sees Nomad Steve, and he grabs Mjolnir. So that's really the trailer. I mean, that's a lot of the trailer. We kind of expected it.
Yeah, a lot of red herrings, a lot of
Right.
false accurates, of course.
There's a scene where Ant-Man's kissing his daughter on the head or forehead. And then, Johnny and Sue are holding each other tight.
Oh, nope.
Um,
I don't think it's Sue.
Maybe. We're obviously going to get some Namor and Sue scenes. And if anyone knows, Namor's been trying to hit that since 1948.
Namor's a pimp.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, that's really about it. I mean, that's the trailer. The tickets went on sale, but it's for Marvel's Infinity Vision
Which is their IMAX.
Yeah,
version.
because so Dune 3 is going to have all the IMAX showings, and Marvel pretty much did the Thanos thing of like, I'll just do it myself. And so they created Infinity Vision. So tickets went on sale that day, but I'm pretty sure they're sold out. So general admission tickets won't go on sale till I'm assuming the month before the movie,
Right.
which is what they usually do. So, and I'm guessing that's when we're going to get our next trailer. Which,
yeah,
again, I'm on the thing of like, I want to be surprised. I don't want to see another trailer. I don't want to see any more clips. I've been avoiding Spider-Man clips because I don't want to see anything else. I want to be surprised.
Now, did you see the additional addition to the cast and your thoughts to Doomsday?
Additional addition to the cast.
Cumberbatch.
He's not in the movie.
He was there. They announced him.
No, they would have. They would have announced that because I didn't see him there.
Are you sure? I could have swore I saw a thing last night.
You know what I think? You know what I think you're talking about? It's one of those like random Marvel pages where they're like, fan casting. This person's in here. This person. I think I saw the same thing. He's not in the movie.
Oh, okay.
Well, he hasn't been announced. He hasn't been announced yet. He might be in the movie, but he hasn't been
because I could have swore I saw this. Because again, I missed everything from my time, 8:00 on, and then I woke up this morning. I saw everything about Black Panther and Ghost Rider and all this stuff, which we'll get into. But then I saw a post about additional members to Doomsday, and they had Doctor Strange come on, Olsen come on for I'm blanking here. Yeah, Scott. Sorry, I was just like I was thinking about Elizabeth Olsen. I just blanked out for a second. So, sorry, but I was thinking, I was like, oh shit, they're bringing them on. But yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe that was just that somebody's at it, and I just came across. So
I mean, he very well could be maybe like at the end, because I know was at the end of Multiverse of Madness. There was that scene with Charlize Theron where she's like, "Hey, you caused an incursion. Come with me."
Okay.
That was basically Marvel's point of like, we're gonna have these post-credit scenes that don't really lead to anything.
Okay, I got you.
Which they do, but it's been taking them a really long time to. It's like that running joke of like, Marvel fans will stay after the credits for somebody to jump out of a portal and say, "I'm Hippity McSkippity."
Yeah, right.
And then the screen goes black. It's like, yeah, we'll do that. But yeah, I mean, if anything, I think Doctor Strange could appear. Maybe like a post-credit scenes, but if I had to guess, I would say Secret Wars.
Okay.
Maybe. Big maybe. But that was Doomsday. That was our Doomsday talk. December 18th. Can't be here any quicker.
Gonna do gangbusters.
That's $1 billion waiting to happen. Brand new Glaze, $1 billion waiting to happen.
Worth $1 billion movie this year.
Great.
Toy Story, Odyssey, Spider-Man, Doomsday.
No. I heard Odyssey was failing because they went woke. And you know what they say? When you go woke, you go broke, dog.
Wish I went that broke.
Fucking dumbasses. Let's talk a little X-Men 97, the newest episode that came out on Wednesday at 2 a.m.
Yes.
Which I don't catch it that early for obvious reasons because I'm asleep.
Right.
So I just watch it, early in the morning. But this episode was Polaris based, which I was happy because Joe mentioned this and I agreed. I'd like to see more episodes about other mutants, and we got a taste. It seems weird to say a taste. That sounds kind of gross. We got a little bit of Polaris. Ooh, hi-oh. Ooh.
Hi-oh!
We got a little bit of Polaris in the X Factor episode where Jubilee just made me a believer. And she's coming back here because in the beginning episode, she's going after strikers, pretty much strikers, like minions at church. And it looks like she's going to kill them. But then, Havoc has to come in and be like, no, we're not doing that shit. We're just going to stop them, not kill them. And there's that funny spot of like the boat's about to fall on them, and the guy just goes like this. And so, what's her name? The chick who like did the heel turn on the X-Men last year, who's in charge of X Factor. She's basically just like, listen, you're not Magneto, but people are calling you Magneto. All you have to do is apologize, and we'll let you back in. And she basically is just like, no, fuck that. I'm not apologizing. And then she just goes, all right, well, we relieve you of your duties. Goodbye. And so Polaris ends up going back to the mansion because the mansion is still operable. Jesus Christ. Operating. I'll say operating, whatever. I can't talk today, apparently. The X-Men cannot function as a group, but they can still open up their school.
Right.
Because President Kelly's like, I'm taking back that partnership, yo. So Xavier's talking to all the new mutants that are there, but what they don't know is that it's a disguise. It's really the danger room. While that's happening, is Polaris is there, and she looks at her room, which is very conveniently clean. No cobwebs, nothing. Everything is in its place. And then Jean Grey is like, he told us to keep it clean for you. Keep everything the way it is. And there's this nice moment with everybody where they embrace. And then Polaris goes in the danger room and she's with Bishop. I'll say this with Bishop. Bishop's dialogue is it's funny, but maybe for the wrong reasons.
It's very hard ass.
Where he's like, the streets is my danger. The streets is my danger room. I'm like, oh, come on, Bishop.
It doesn't Polaris has like 90s cliches.
Yeah, like he's being a hard ass because like he never actually went to the school. But like he just helps the X-Men. And like he's like, which one of you suckers pulled this prank? Well, he didn't say suckers. Okay, now it's not racist. Now it's not like a racist, but go ahead.
We do have to backtrack to the beginning because the reason the danger room gets to where it gets because excuse me, Xavier is going through some fucking trauma because he is continuously going through the moments when Magneto passes and he says like, what could I have done different? I redo. I need to make myself stronger. I need to make my X-Men stronger again. And he's doing this through the danger room. And he's reliving those moments with Apocalypse and Magneto dying. He's like trying to, and there's that moment where Danger Room is Apocalypse and she's squashing his fucking head down. And he's like, enough, end. This is a test. Come on. And he's like, I'm trying to make myself stronger, my X-Men stronger. And she's like, noted.
Which we get to the big reveal later on with that. I guess we just cut to it. So the Danger Room becomes Danger, which is a villain from the comics. It's freaky looking, it's scary, and I love it. And she just starts going after the X-Men, and then she goes to Genosha to go after Xavier and the rest of the X-Men there, and they can't stop her in the beginning because she knows everyone's moves.
Yep.
But then Polaris gets in, and she's not expecting Polaris. And a lot of this episode is like Polaris, she didn't know Magneto, so she's like, that's not my dad. He didn't raise me. And Charles is like, listen, there's still a part of Eric that's in my head. Let me try and help you. Let me try and help you by having his words inspire you, pretty much. And so she ends up, reaching down deep inside and finding the good parts of Eric to use to, defeat this villain. And she does. It's a pretty touching moment because it's about a daughter that never knew her father. And the end of the episode is Charles revealing X Corp, which is on Genosha. And, you get to what's her name, where she's like, if Charles thinks he can just skate by the government with this, he's sadly mistaken. And then Charles just, it's one of those like, is everything okay? No, it's not. Charles is like, nah, Apocalypse is still out there. And then it cuts to I think it's Athens, and it shows Apocalypse, bringing someone back to life, but you're not sure who it is. But then you see the cards, and you're like, "Yep, it's Gambit."
Yep.
And so you have the new horseman, Gambit, which looks fucking dope.
Yes.
So, but yeah, that episode it was a good episode. I would maybe say it's my second to favorite least favorite episode.
Gotcha.
Still a good episode. It kind of dragged in the beginning, but I liked it. But like compared to everything else we got prior, where like you got that heavy episode with Apocalypse, you had the Jubilee episode, and you had the Wolverine episode from a week prior. It's like that one didn't really have too much meat on the bone.
Yeah, I agree with you, and that's what I said. Is like 10 minutes in, I was like, "Oh, is this going to be a teacher to kids episode?" Like, "Oh, I'm back. I'm here to teach you," because that's the direction I thought they were going to go. It was like, "Oh, Polaris is back. She's going to be a teacher. She's going to try and instruct these kids. She doesn't really want to." But then shit changes, and then we get danger. And the thing is, the one thing I'm glad I didn't do is because last week when you sit there and said like, "Oh, they drop a teaser for the next episode. It looks like we're gonna get more Polaris," and I sat there and I thought to myself, I should do more googling on Polaris, but I didn't. I was like, no, I'm gonna wait till the episode shows up, and then I watched it and I was like, oh shit, she's Magneto's kid. And so after I watched the episode, I went down the rabbit hole and found out more about her, which gave me more respect for her. I was like, oh shit, she's Magneto light. She can get to that level. But as the episode gathered on, we got more danger and whatnot. I was like, okay, I'm digging this episode. We're getting a little bit more into Polaris and getting more into the relationship with Eric and again Magnus and Xavier, and how their bond continues to form past his death. So I don't know where it's going to go from here. Obviously, we're going to get, because how many episodes we got left? We got 3 or 4.
I believe so. I believe we have 3 more left. It's 9 episodes.
Because I know it's going to be Gambit heavy. We're going to get that death hand. And he hasn't even released the other 3, right? That's just the one, or he's going to add that one to his already 3?
Well, that's the only one that we've seen so far, because the other ones died in the first episode.
Gotcha.
And so we're probably going to find out the next episode what the other one's going to be, and then before the last episode, we're probably going to find out the final ones. So
yeah, it's going to be, man, it's going to be interesting. I'm excited. Like I said, I did like this episode. I like the fact that we are focusing on more the lesser known current X-Men, X-Men, like we do with Polaris. I'm hoping, if not this season, next season, we get a Havoc and Cyclops interaction. I think that'd be great. since they're brothers, for Christ's sake, on opposing sides. They already teased who they're bringing in next episode. Shit, they showed his freaking wings.
Archangel?
No, not
Or
Archangel.
Angel?
Not Archangel. Starts with an F. Shit. People thought it was Magneto's alter ego, but it wasn't.
Starts with an F. Frank Castle? Okay.
Oh, that'd be dope. No, oh my god, I'm blanking. But anyway, he's supposed to show up in the next episode. I'm excited. I feel like this season's going to end in a cliffhanger because they already got season 3 wrapped up. They just began season 4. But yeah, I didn't mind this episode. I like digging into other characters.
Oh, wait, you said wings, but I was going to say Forge, but he doesn't have wings.
No, no.
God damn it, now you got me. Now I'm going to look that up. Okay. X-Men with wings that begin with the letter F.
I don't think he's an X-Men, though. I think he's...
The only one that keeps coming up is Angel. Are you sure it's not Angel?
Yeah, I am positive it's not Angel. This guy's a force of nature.
You said he has wings, right?
Yeah, just look up episode 7.
Okay. X-Men 97, season 2, episode 7. Oh. X-Men 97, season 2, episode 7.
We keep it very scientific here.
Colossus?
Colossus is going to be in the next episode, yes. And the guy that has the wings is part of that group. Yeah.
Okay, this is going to bother the fuck out of me.
Yeah, same here. It's like,
was he battling Night?
No, Colossus was part of this group that was battling. Oh my god, I saw the teaser just like 3 days ago. Shit.
Oh.
It was Colossus. It was, oh my god, it was another group that Colossus is a part of. God damn it. We're failing, guys. We're failing.
Hold on. What group other than the X-Men is Colossus a part of? Excalibur or the Defenders?
Might be the Defenders.
Okay.
Oh my god.
We're just stopping the show to bring up this.
I know we're diving deep here. We're diving deep.
Come on. You know, I'm just gonna pull up the fucking episode. Because I'm getting nowhere with this.
Sorry, we're going off on a tangent, but
episode 7. If anyone's in the chat, please feel free to drop.
Yeah, in the teaser they dropped a few days ago, you see Colossus, and everybody's like, "Oh shit, Colossus, yeah!" And he's part of another group that's not part of the X-Men, and they're battling somebody. And at the end of the teaser, you see the guy with the wings. Oh my god, they're metal wings. They're metal wings. Oh my god.
Okay. All right. It's kind of a long trailer.
Anticipation.
Come on. Who are these people who is this dude with wings?
We're catching up. Gonna catch up.
Wait, no, that's not it.
I'm frozen. crew.
That went absolutely nowhere because I didn't see who the fuck it was.
Damn it.
All right. Again,
It'll
anyone
come
who's
to us.
watching,
It'll
anyone
come
who's
to us.
watching live, either on YouTube or Twitter or Facebook, please tell us who the fuck it is, because now we're gonna go crazy. We already went crazy with these theories. Now we're gonna crazy like, who was that?
I know. We got so much more shit to talk about. But anyways, Polar's episode, I think I liked it a lot more than you did, just because I got more of a non-X-Men person, which I was hoping for. So it fed my need. So, and that's just gonna, and I think she's gonna add to the storyline as we get closer to fighting Apocalypse.
All right. So that's X-Men episode 6. And now I need to know who this fucking motherfucker with wings is in the next episode. I'm gonna tell you, be like, motherfucker, that was Angel. Why'd you have me fucking stressing about who the fuck?
And I'm like, it was an angel.
It was Angel. God damn it!
Let me
Like
tell
the
you
scene
something,
in
brother.
There's like the scene in Role Models where it's like, that's a Wings song. It's not Wings. I'm pretty sure it's Wings. Oh my god. Anyway, let's go on to more pressing matters.
Yes.
So San Diego Comic-Con started on Thursday. It's actually still going on right now as we speak. But the big shit happened yesterday. Specifically, Hall H, which the Marvel panel came up. And we haven't seen a Marvel panel at Comic-Con in 2 years, when they made the legendary announcement that Robert Downey Jr. will be returning to the MCU as Dr. Doom. So have everything up in here. So Marvel's panel, I brought it up earlier. It was you had the cast of Avengers Doomsday, which they talked about everything, and then Deadpool crashed the party, and that was actually Ryan Reynolds dressed up as Deadpool, or
which
Gene
pretty much
Pool,
confirms
maybe
something.
And he asked everybody a question. And he's like, I have a question for Paul Rudd. First, where is Thor and why was he crying? And then Paul Rudd's like, he was a Wrexham fan. To which anyone doesn't know, Ryan Reynolds and Mac from Always Sunny, they own Wrexham soccer team. Oh, I'm sorry, football.
It's a football.
And then Deadpool asked another question. He's like, so when do you guys start filming? And Downey's just like, the movie's already in the can, pal. He's like, so no additional photography, no reshoots, no additional characters announced? No. Okay. Happy Hogan, bring the car. And then he just leaves. So that was fun. And then after that, we got some big shit. You had Kevin Feige come out and talk for a little bit. And then that dude, Josh Horowitz, anyone doesn't know him, he has his own like podcast thing on YouTube. He's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
He brought up a thing from, I think, either last year or a few years ago, where he's like, hey, remember that one time I brought up Ryan Gosling as Ghost Rider and the lights turned out? Was that just meant to be? And then Kevin Feige just goes, no, nothing like that's going to happen anymore. And then the lights go out. And it's, boom, the logo for Ghost Rider, Marvel Studios Ghost Rider. And then when the lights come up.
90s style.
Yep. And then when the lights come up, we get Ryan Gosling. Marvel got the gas. So Ryan Gosling's been saying in interviews for years, the only superhero you want to play is Ghost Rider. He's a fan of Ghost Rider. He does have experience on a motorcycle, the movie Place Beyond the Pines. That's all I can think about. Oh, the Fall Guy, which he rode motorcycles in there. Yes. So that was announced, and then it was announced who the director was, which is Sean Levy.
Sean Levy,
which famous director, has made very good films over the years. He directed, specifically directed Deadpool and Wolverine, which that made $1 billion. I think that was going to make $1 billion even without him, but like it helps that you have an esteemed director like Sean Levy, a part of a project. So Ryan Gosling, he's currently doing a Star Wars movie. I think it's called Starfighter.
Yep.
That's being directed by Sean Levy. And also, I heard that the writer of that film is writing this Ghost Rider film. So it kind of sounds like Ryan Gosling had pull, where he's like, "I'll do this if Sean Levy gets to direct it."
Well, also
So
too is Ryan. Ryan said that the character that he wants to do is from very specific comics and comic storylines that he loves of the Ghost Rider arc. So I think he might pull a Tom Holland and said, "This is what I want my character to be. If you don't do it, I won't be a part of it."
right, it's also Ryan Gosling, so you're going to give him what he wants.
Yep.
And the fact that you have again a very established director in Sean Levy, who I'm assuming they're just going to give him free reign, let him do what he wants,
Yep.
because they allowed him to pretty much do whatever he wanted with Deadpool and Wolverine. So, so that's kind of my thing. Is obviously I'm happy Ryan Gosling's playing the character. He's a
Are
good
we
character.
are we
Go ahead.
expecting Blaze?
I'm assuming Blaze.
That's what I'm assuming too.
You know, I know Chris Matthews is very much about like Danny Ketch, but it's like, I'm sorry, we're not probably gonna get Danny Ketch for a while, dude. If you're watching Chris Matthews, and we kind of got what's his name, Robbie Reyes, but that was Agents of Shield. I don't know if they're gonna address that. Even though in that universe, which
It
was supposed to
good.
be connected, it was supposed to be connected to the MCU. They did address that a Ghost Rider did exist, and he's the one that gave Robbie Reyes his powers. So it'd be interesting if they connected that. And Gabriel Luna, I think, is a good actor, and I wouldn't mind seeing him back. I'm not crazy about the Robbie Reyes character, you know, partially because it's just like my Ghost Rider drives a motorcycle, like that's the Ghost Rider I fuck with. But it'd be interesting if they brought back Gabriel Luna's character and just kind of tied that in. The only thing I'm kind of, I wouldn't say iffy about, but it's like when I think of Ghost Rider, I think of dark. I think of a very dark
R.
supernatural character. Sean Levy, a lot of the movies he does don't really
Sparkly.
associate with darkness. Not necessarily sparkly, but like all of his movies, like he's a very diverse director. You know, because he made Free Guy, which was unexpectedly really fucking good. He made Real Steel, which is another movie where I'm like, that looks like it's gonna be shit. And then I watched it, I'm like, well, I'm wrong. And then Deadpool Wolverine, obviously, and then other movies like, you know, Big Fat Liar, which that's from my childhood, or that's from our childhood. I don't know, like maybe he can pull it off, but it's like all of his movies kind of have that underlying theme of like, you know, we can all be friends.
Yeah, and
Like,
that's my God. That's my worry because Ghost Rider is right in line with what the comics I first grew up loving. The
right.
dark comics is what I initially Morbius, Moon Knight, Strange, Ghost Rider, Werewolf by Midnight. That shit was my fucking childhood. Like, make it dark, make it dark material. You don't necessarily have to go R. I would like
Right.
R, but give me that darker material. Life and death. I mean, that's fucking bring in. Give us Blade if anything as a side fucking character. We can't do a good fucking movie with just him being solo. I mean, come on.
Let me ask a question. Has Ghost Rider ever been like rated R or like TVMA in his comics? Or just like
In the comics, yes. In the comics, yes. Nothing they haven't done it animated as far as I remember. Nothing animated movie wise R.
Well, I guess that's what I meant. Like, is he a character like Blade or the Punisher that needs to be mature?
He can be.
All right. So is it like a hard PG-13?
They can do that.
Because I know Marvel, they're dipping their toe in rated R because they did that with Deadpool and Wolverine. They did that with the Punisher recently. They did that with Daredevil.
And
So I
Werewolf
think
by Midnight.
Yeah, Werewolf by Night. So I think they realize, okay, we need to be more mature because our audience is growing up, and kids nowadays, they're not as innocent as we think they are. They're watching stuff like The Boys and Invincible. So we need to kind of grow up with them. And a lot of these characters that we're using, we need to realize that they're mature. So with with with, with a character like Ghost Rider, I think that's something where you don't need a huge budget. Obviously, like when he goes like full Ghost Rider and you're fighting demons or whatever, yeah, but it's like don't have an overblown budget
Right.
because I know it's Ryan Gosling, but this is still a character people aren't that familiar with.
Yeah.
Compared to like other Marvel characters.
If my hope, and I don't know how much they can do, but if they kept it more of, and I hate to say like a character piece, because you're dealing with Ghost Rider. I mean, he sit there, changes forms, but if they kept it something like Constantine, I mean, you can still hit a mass audience, not be hard R, which I can't remember if Constantine was hard R or not,
No,
but was it PG-13?
it was R, but it wasn't like people getting their heads ripped off R.
Right. So if they can go along those lines where he's a Johnny Blaze, he's going through the afterlife and this and this, battling the devil and demons, you can tap into that darker side where, like, oh, you're interested? Well, let me introduce you to the Midnight Suns. We got a few friends you might like. Did you like Moon Knight? You like Blade? We got this character Morbius that was played by a really shitty actor. Let's find a new guy. Yeah, Drew likes that.
If that's how Ghost Rider ends, if there's a post-credit scene where it's like Elsa Bloodstone approaches Johnny Blaze and is like, there's a world that you're not that familiar with, Mr. Blaze. The Avengers deal with more cosmic and earthly threats. We deal with the supernatural.
Well, Johnny Blaze is kind of like fucking Constantine, right? And then at the very end, you hear some motherfuckers just want to ice skate uphill.
I was gonna say, instead of Elsa Bloodstone, what about Blade? Because we got that super awesome off-camera voice cameo at the end of Eternals.
Which was
Like, just have fucking Mahershala Ali or whoever you decide to recast as Blade just come and be like, "Hello, Mr. Blaze." That's a bad impression, by the way, but it's like it's like I have a proposition for you. It's like and that's how you do a Midnight Suns movie, where it's like,
oh god,
we get Oscar Isaac back as Moon Knight.
which he did a fine job for what was given to him. I thought he was a great Moon Knight.
He was good. He was good. We get Elsa Bloodstone. We get was it Man Thing, which that looked gorgeous, by the way. Werewolf by Night. Who else?
Strange.
I mean, you know what? I'm gonna have a hot take because you brought up Morbius, and I know he's kind of like on like hot water right now. Let Kevin Feige take Jared Leto's Morbius and see what he can do with that.
Okay.
Especially since with Tom Holland's Spider-Man, we're going street level. Eventually he's going to meet up with Morbius. Eventually he's going to meet up with Blade, because they did appear in Spider-Man comics
and the cartoon.
Or actually change my idea. Just scrap Jared Leto altogether because he's poison. But he was good at Masters in the Universe. But no, just recast him with another actor. Just do that. Or have that be your first Blade movie, if that ever happens. Or if anyone doesn't know, that was the idea for Blade 2, was that Morbius was going to be the villain.
Yep.
But the director of the first one bailed, and we got Guillermo instead. Which love Guillermo, but that movie wasn't good.
Hey, they did a lot of wrestling moves in that second movie, which I appreciate.
Yeah, but everybody's like, "Oh, that's the best one." I'm like, I guess. wasn't really that good. I mean, I know everyone hates the third one, but I like the third one because it's cheesy.
It's so,
You know, Triple H as
so
a
bad.
vampire.
It's so bad.
I have to put over this guy. I have to put over Wesley Snipes.
Ugh. Ryan Reynolds killed me. At Silver Teeth.
Which people be grateful for Blade Trinity, because if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have gotten Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool.
Correct.
Because the story is that I think David Goyer or somebody was like telling Ryan Reynolds, "You're acting an awful lot like Deadpool in this role." And Ryan's like, "Who's Deadpool?" And then he introduced him to Deadpool. This is back in like 03, 04. And so
it's so funny because he played a horrible Hannibal in Blade, but played a great Deadpool in Blade.
It's like Jason Momoa as Aquaman. It's like, you're acting like Lobo, and now he's Lobo.
Yep, so, exactly.
But anyways, that's a history lesson, folks. This movie's supposed to come out in 2028. There's no date yet. If I had to pick, if I had to wave a magic wand, I would say release that shit in October.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's a horror-ish, dark, supernatural character. You'd be a fool not to release that in October.
And I'm going to tell you right now, if they do a light PG-13, I don't know, man.
Well, based on what you said, Ryan Gosling seems very attached to this project, and he seems like he cares about the character.
Yeah, he literally came out this week and said, "I love the comics. There's a few series of stories that I'm connected with that I want to do." And Kevin Feige was just like, "I'll leave it to you." Like, Feige literally says, like, "I'm leaving it in the hands of Gosling."
Yeah, there you go. So that's Ghost Rider, people, in the MCU.
Finally.
Another announcement, Black Panther 3. Ryan Coogler, fresh off of an Oscar. So this movie's going to be big. They announced Black Panther 3 will be released on December the 15th of 2028. So it's going to have that holiday release, which it's more than likely going to make even more money. Especially with Coogler fresh off his Oscar for Sinners. They brought out everybody. They brought in Shuri and M'Baku, which they were there for the Doomsday presentation. And we got our new T'Challa. Well, the son of T'Challa, who will be played by the wonderful, wonderful, wonderful David Johnson. And if anyone is not familiar with Mr. Johnson, watch The Long Walk. Watch Alien Romulus, which I wasn't nuts about Alien Romulus, but he was good in that. He's been in other things which I haven't seen, but I need to watch his filmography now to see that's our T'Challa, which I'm happy about him. I know Dames and Idris was kind of a name thrown out there. People wanted what's his name? I remember him from Supernatural, but I don't. Oh, he was in Black Adam. He was a Hawkman or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But Ryan Coogler chose him for a reason. Just like he
6 months ago.
Just like he chose. Well, I don't think he cast Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick Boseman came out in Civil War. But Coogler chose this guy for a reason. Like you said, 6 months ago. Like this has been a thing since even before the Oscars. So I'm happy for David Johnson. He looked like he was happy.
Yeah.
Like he looked like he was fighting back tears. And
I was going to make that money.
Oh yeah. Like going back to an interview from, I think like last year or year prior.
Yep.
They brought up Marvel Studios. And of course he had to be coy about it. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. So, no Denzel shown up. There was a rumor that Denzel was in the building, but obviously he's not.
I heard he was there, but I guess they're keeping his role secret for as of now.
I have a theory, but I'll wait till after I'm done talking about this. But
okay.
Yeah, but again, like I mentioned, he's T'Challa's son, which this is going to be after Secret Wars. So we're going to get an aged up T'Challa's or T'Challa Jr.,
Time jump.
which he came out at the end of Wakanda Forever. So again, I'm happy about this. This is a thumbs up for me. But what do you
Yep.
think?
I like it. I mean, it'll be interesting because it's obviously going to be. See, Black Panther 2 came out in what, 2022?
Yeah.
So 2028, 6 years, but we're doing a time jump. So we're talking about here 15 years.
Well, that kid, I think that kid was born during the blip. So
Oh,
I think
okay.
he was already like maybe 5 or 6 by the time he came out in the movie. So I think Secret Wars, they're gonna find a way to age him up.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna use some time jump thing, like in I jokingly I say this, like in Endgame when Ant-Man turns into a baby and he turns into an old
Right,
man.
right,
So
right.
they'll find a way to age him up. That makes sense.
I have no problem with it. I think he's a great freaking actor. I mean, he's 2 for 2, in my opinion. Long Walk, Romulus. I mean, he was freaking great in both. So, I mean, Coogler knows what he's doing. He hasn't missed yet. So, I know a lot of people give him shit for Black Panther 2, but that unforeseen circumstance. I mean, it's no different than Nolan with Batman Dark Knight Rises. People give him shit for that. A little bit different circumstance, I know, but it's just circumstances that you can't. Oh, hey, Kitty, how you doing? Do you know Garfield? Um, um, but I think Coogler will make Black Panther 3, especially if it gets Denzel in, whether he's a heavy or a elder as a father figure. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm for it. I say bring it on.
Now, Denzel. He announced a few years, or maybe like a couple years ago, that he was going to be working for, working with Coogler in Black Panther 3.
Yeah.
He confirmed it. Coogler confirmed it. We don't know who he's going to play. He can either be a well-known established character or a random character number 2 that we haven't heard of. Because again, it's like with Michael B. Jordan. He brought a character to life that, again, if you're like steep into Black Panther lore, you know who Killmonger was. Like I knew who Killmonger was.
Right.
He really brought that character to life. Like he gave that character some spice.
I mean, still to this day, top 10 villains.
Yeah. I don't really know of too many other characters in Black Panther lore that Denzel could play. Like it's fucking Denzel.
Right.
Like Denzel can make this remote control believable.
Right.
He can do that. He can play any character and he'll be fucking awesome. But then there's that thought of like, are you just going to give Denzel like a nothing character? So do you think the reason Denzel didn't come out was because there's a character that they don't want to spoil for another franchise that he happens to appear in this movie for?
Could be. But I also can see Denzel's the type of person to be like, let's give this young cat the attention. I don't want the attention. Let's give this young cat here, the new Black Panther. Let's give him the attention.
Because he did that with Chadwick. Because everybody can read up on it. Like Denzel's the reason why Chadwick Boseman became Chadwick Boseman. He actually funded his. I think he funded his school. Him going to school. And Chadwick's like, if it wasn't for Denzel, there'd be no me and there'd be no Black Panther. So, so I think for Denzel, kind of like you said, he's going to be the guy that doesn't want to take away the attention from David Johnson, because
I guarantee you, when it comes to the credits, it's going to be like this, directed by this, also starring Denzel Washington.
Yeah, like Denzel. At the end of the day, he has no ego. Like he has no qualms about playing second banana or being a supporting actor.
Right.
You know, obviously he's going to chew up the scenery because it's fucking Denzel.
Fuck yeah, it was.
But
Fuck, you can say all day how bad Gladiator 2 was. Fucking Denzel fucking ate up those scenes. Fuck, man.
You know, Virtuosity was a terrible movie, but he was good in that because it's fucking Denzel. You know, he makes everything believable and he elevates things. Obviously, you got Ryan Coogler fresh off of an Oscar, and he's gonna write the script for this. I'm assuming he's obviously directing, and this has a lot of hype to it for obvious reasons.
Yep.
Do you think he's gonna play a villain, or do you think he's gonna play a side character or supporting ally?
If they go villain, it better be long term. I don't want no one and done, kill him off bullshit.
Right.
My theory is he's going to play like an old hand, like somebody who is knowledgeable. He's like a forefather or something of the spirit world, because that's something in Black Panther lore, like our forefathers, somebody who's already passed. So I don't know. I can't see them recasting T'Challa's father, but maybe somebody down the line.
Yeah.
Like Mufasa.
What if he's just someone who's just this mysterious, again, like you said, mysterious like figure that nobody really knows much about him. He's been here for a while, but he just keeps to himself. And
what if he's the fucking Watcher?
I mean, that'd be kind of badass. That'd be kind of fucking cool.
Dude, Denzel becomes the fucking Watcher. Jesus.
Or just bring in Jeffrey Wright. Like, come on, let Jeffrey Wright let him play the Watcher and Gordon. Like, fuck it. Or again, this might be wishful thinking. This might be me going out of the box with my crazy, wacky theories. What if we find out that Denzel's character is really a man named Eric, who's half German?
You son of a bitch. That's
who him and his family lived in a nice little peaceful cottage somewhere out, you know, near Austria.
That's a new take.
Watch it. Like his father was a black man, and then his mother was, you know, a German woman. And so I'm sorry, Jewish woman. And he basically watches his family slaughtered in front of him because they're an interracial couple and they're not supposed to be together.
Dude, that'd be so awesome. I don't know if Marvel would take that chance, but god damn.
I'm saying I want that to happen.
Magnus,
that'd be dope.
Jesus.
That'd be like in the end, you think the new Black Panther is about to be like killed, and all of a sudden you just see this like large metal object move out of the way, and you're like, wait, what happened? And then you just see Denzel on the back, like, I'm saying I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah,
but I do think with Denzel Washington being in a Marvel movie, you gotta give him something juicy. You can't just give him one, like you said, one and done character.
Yeah, that's my back thought. I was like, if we're gonna give Denzel a character, make him somebody that can do an overarch, that can cross story arcs. Do not give me this one and done character. If you're gonna bring Denzel in, pay him the fucking money, and I want to see him in 3 or 4 things.
Exactly, and then bring in Giancarlo Esposito as Professor X.
Yes.
Well, he's already a character. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here, people. I'm spitballing. Spitball media. But yeah, Black Panther 3, we got that coming up. So we have 2 MCU films in the year of 2028. I believe the X-Men film is coming out then, no? Because I think they're filming next year.
I think so, yeah.
So no X-Men announcements. Obviously, 97 got announced, but like movies, which I didn't think they were going to announce any cast members because that would kind of go.
They're going to do that after Doomsday, be my guess.
I was going to say they weren't going to spoil what happens in Brand New Day.
Oh,
So
true, too.
If I had to guess, I'm going to assume we're going to get the D23, which is in like September, I think.
Yep.
'Cause-
Can I give
Good.
you a slim thought on who, if she's not Jean Grey, who she could be? And it's a slim thought. I'm pretty sure she's going to be Jean Grey, but could Sadie Sink be Rachel Summers?
So would that mean there's already a Jean Grey existing in the MCU?
I mean, if we're going off of what's going to go on in Doomsday.
Yeah,
that was my main caveat to that. I'm just like, well,
I mean, the thing is, I wouldn't want her to be a multiverse character in the MCU. I wanted her to just kind of be an MCU character. So I do think it's going to be Jean Grey. It kind of has to be. I know the cast has been very like cute about it. Where they're like, is Jean Grey in the movie?
Didn't Tom say she's not Jean Grey?
Yeah, like they asked the cast, like, is Jean Grey in the movie? And they're like,
no.
Like, there was one where they're like asking John Bernthal and Tom Holland, like, blink twice if Jean Grey's in the movie, and they're like, they're just like staring into the camera. If I was somebody who got cast in a Marvel role, I would totally fuck with everyone.
Oh,
They'd be like, are you playing this character? I wouldn't even say anything. I would just look into the camera like this.
Like, I'm Jesus. That's what I'm playing.
It's like, so you're not going to say anything? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my God. They did that, like, some interview post SDCC, like they had the group from Doomsday, and like so many of them were just like, this is the hardest interview I have to do because I can't say anything.
Oh yeah, I think I just watched that one because they're asking, like, the guy's asking questions like, do they acknowledge that Doom looks like Tony Stark? And Chris Evans is like, I'm not touching that.
Yeah, and then they asked another question, like, is like Thor's kid and Ant-Man's kid and Steve Rogers' kid, are they gonna get involved? And I think Paul Rudd's like, this is the hardest interview ever. Just
and
like,
then he goes, can we talk about the Odyssey? The funniest one was they asked Pedro something about him and Doom's relationship, and he just kind of pauses and goes, no. So,
which I'm glad we've gotten a little bit of break from Pedro. We haven't really seen him in a whole lot recently, so it might alleviate seeing him in this.
Yeah,
I just hope he goes full Reed, man. Just fucking, I hope because he was kind of skittish. Like, I don't know how you felt about Fantastic Four, but I felt like he was kind of like a timid Reed. Like, I'm smart, but I don't know how smart I am.
Well, that was my worry going into the film, where I'm just like, Reed Richards is a dick. Like, Pedro's not a dick. Like, obviously he's an actor and he has to play a character, but it's like, I don't get I'm a dick vibe from him. I want to have a beer with this guy. Like, he seems cool. Reed Richards, I don't want to have a beer with him. I don't want to be in a room alone with him, hearing him talk, because he's a dick. If anyone's read comics, Reed Richards is a fucking dick.
Yeah, he's right up there with Strange and Stark.
Like, my problems with that movie, surprisingly, it ranged from how the family interacted with each other. Because it's not that they didn't have chemistry. It's just, I don't think they really got enough time to really, like, play off of each other. You know, because, like, obviously Sue was great. Ebon Moss-Backrack as the Thing was good. I could have went for more tragic, side with him.
Right.
The dude who plays Johnny Storm, I don't buy him. Like, Chris Evans played a better dick Johnny Storm, because Johnny Storm is a dick. Like, he's a cocky, arrogant prick. Whereas I'm blanking on the actor's name. I know he was Eddie Munson in Stranger Things, but, like, I just don't get that vibe from him. I get nice young man vibe from him.
Right.
So, but Galactus was fucking dope. Like, that was nice. Okay, Silver Surfer, again, a woman, was great. like she was fucking great. Like that design was like gorgeous. But yeah, it's weird because like they had good moments of like, hey, let's go off of that. Like my favorite line in the movie is Sue telling Reed, "Sometimes you being you hurts me." Where I'm like, oh, I've
That
been there
hits.
before. And I'm like, can we get more of that? Can we like play more off of that? Where like you Reed is thinking about the idea of sacrificing his child to Galactus.
Right.
Like, can we get more from that? And it's like, we're gonna get a little bit of that, but we got to move on. It's like, I don't want more of that. I want a little bit more of that. But yeah, like I'm kind of with you, where it's just like the next time I see Pedro as Reed, I need to see him be Reed.
Yeah.
You know, especially I'm assuming because I know what's his name, Matt Shankman. He's not coming back for the Fantastic Four sequel because he's tied up with Star Trek, I think.
Right.
Whoever directs it, that needs to be their first thing. Is like, I need more Reed out of you. You know, and I personally would have went with another actor as Reed Richards.
Same. Yeah.
You know, because it's like I say this all the time. I need more fresh faces in these roles, and Pedro, again, great actor. But we were at a point where like we were just seeing Pedro everywhere. You know, so
Which I don't necessarily. The thing is, you don't know how films line up, especially when you go from Last of Us to his other two films that were going on at the same time to Fantastic Four. It's like he may have been doing these filmings back to back to back, and that may not have been his fault, but at the same time, we get fucking tired of seeing him.
and also he was supposed to be Josh Brolin's character in Weapons, but he had to drop out of that because of Fantastic Four.
Which thank God, because Brolin was fucking amazing in that.
Yeah, he was. We just rewatched it last week. Me and the missus and her sister because they hadn't seen it, and we watched it and they liked it. So, yeah. Again, my only request is that we need more Reed out of Pedro. That's all. That's all we want. That's all we want. It's, you know, we don't ask for a lot. They announced the release date of a Vision Quest. It's going to be in October the 14th. So,
and they said it's going to be the final arc for Scarlet Witch, which is sad news because that's my girl.
Which I'm looking forward to that, by the way, because I like Paul Bettany. I like the Vision character. I was kind of weirded out where, like, after WandaVision, he just kind of pieced out in the mountains.
Right.
And it's like we didn't get him in Multiverse of Madness. We didn't get him anywhere else. So it's like we're getting Vision Quest. So it's like, cool. I'm happy for it.
Yeah.
X-Men 97 season 3 production already finished. They showed some clips of that, and they announced season 4 has been greenlit.
Hell yeah.
This is, I mean, I'm glad these are coming out consecutively. We don't have to wait anymore.
That's what I want.
Ooh, is that who I think it is in the chat? Dirks.
Dirks.
What's up, Dirks?
What's up, brother?
Yeah, I think X-Men 97. That's something that can run for as long as it can.
Yeah, keep it
easy.
Keep it episodic. Makes us want more.
John Bernthal crashed the set and talked to Kevin Feige. He's like, I have a clip. Let me tell you something. Which he didn't say that, but he showed a clip from Brand New Day, which is with him and Hulk and Spider-Man. The place went banana, as Pat Patterson would say.
Do you have?
They also
side
announced
note,
that.
Do you have a? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, keep talking.
No, do you have a theory about how that movie's going to end?
Which movie?
Spider-Man. We can wait till next week. We can wait till Sunday.
Let's keep all the good stuff for next Sunday.
Okay, I'm excited because
which I mentioned earlier at the top of the show. RJ the Brooklyn Savage will be joining us next Sunday. And if anyone knows anything about RJ, he is a massive Spider-Man fan. So, actually, that was our. It's weird to think about this. Our very first conversation was about Spider-Man. I remember that. So that's how we became besties.
Doses.
Which knowing him, if he sees me saying that, he'll go pause. I love you, RJ. But yeah, the promotional theatrical re-release of Avengers Endgame was announced for September the 25th, which is supposed to feature new bonus footage setting up Doomsday. Dirk is asking us, are we watching Spider-Man this week? I mean, we just announced the show next.
All right.
And RJ saying on Saturday. I mean, yeah. I mean, we just announced we're doing a review next week. I don't mean to be snippy, Dirk. I know you're so good. But yes, we are seeing it this coming week, Mr. Dirks. But yeah, Avengers Endgame is re-releasing in theaters, setting up Doomsday. So
yep. Which I have a feeling it's gonna tie into the poster they released with him staring at the Earth, his family, and something else other than the poster. Yes.
Also, that's a nice way to retcon the post-credit scene of Iron Man, clanking and building his hammer. That's Doom building his mask.
Which, again, these theories will be put to rest in about 4 months. I mean, next week we're going to get a lot with Spider-Man. And then December, all this is going to be put to rest. And then we'll figure out how right Drew and I were.
We will find out. The rest of Comic-Con. I have a few things here. The DC side showed a new trailer for Lanterns, which every trailer I see of this, I'm hyped up. I really want to see this show.
The second trailer did hype me up more. I was like, oh, okay, we got it. I know I saw some hate for it because, like, that's not what the suits are meant for, and blah, 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 blah. I was like, I don't know this shit, but I'm still hyped for it.
Why is Green Lantern black? It's like Jon Stewart's black. It's woke. Shut up. Fucking racist twats. Yeah, I'm hyped for this. They announced the villain. It sounds like the villainess is going to be a Manhunter.
Yep, and we saw Sinestro.
Yep, looking all cracked out in his prison. Got to see more of Kyle Chandler in his suit, which maybe I need to see more of it to kind of get used to it.
Yeah, he's definitely more of the grizzled, I don't want to say anti-hero, but more or less like, I'm tired of this shit. He's the Danny Glover of the team.
Yeah.
I'm 4 days from retirement.
And I love Kyle Chandler. I think he's going to crush it in this role.
Right.
But obviously Aaron Pierre, he looks the part. I think he's going to crush it. Yep. You have to see Laura Dern in a superhero thing. I thought she was going to be Carol Ferris, but it looks like she's playing someone who's not Carol Ferris. It looks cool. It looks good. I can't wait. Can't wait. It's it's actually next month in a few weeks.
I have mid-hopes because, again, I don't know the Lantern's lore. I'm going to go in blind.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm going to be like, just be good, and I'll be entertained.
Yeah, it's like it's like having kids. It's like dropping off at school. It's like, just be good.
Yep, that's what you can hope for. Just be good. Get A's and B's. Don't get in trouble.
I don't have high hopes, but just be good. That's all I want from you. Well, that's what my dad told me. Anyways, the rest of DC. No, I'm playing. My dad didn't talk to me. He just yelled at me. Yeah, Sinestro. Lanterns. That's all we got. I mean, that's really all we got on the DC side. Really wasn't too much to announce. Video game announcements. They showed more stuff for Marvel's Wolverine, which comes out in September, which I have yet to fucking pre-order because every time I get a chance to pre-order it, I have to pay other things. I'm like, I want this game.
Which I heard, even though we see Jean Grey, no X-Men. That's what I hear. There's no X-Men.
It's almost,
it doesn't make sense.
It's almost as if the studio couldn't afford another X-Men.
Huh. Fourth wall.
I don't know. We'll find out.
I'm stupid. I paid $20 for the upgrade to play Halo early, and I realized they don't do multiplayer. It's just a straight game. I'm stupid.
Oh well. Like Joe Number says, them's the breaks. God of War announcement. The God of War Laufey game will be coming out February 16, 2027.
Which I'm
It was
excited.
also announced that I'm excited. That game looks badass.
And I love
it was
her.
announced. I love her. I love Jack Quaid. Even though his character is literally a talking like Jello cube. It's like I'm here for it. I'll support my dude Jack. Announced a subsequent mainline Kratos-led God of War title currently in development that directly continues the events of Laufey. So more God of War, more Kratos. Which forgot to mention that Ryan Hurst unfortunately had to bow out of the God of War series. He got an injury on the set, and they will be recasting. They already shot 4 episodes, I believe, and so whoever they recast, they're gonna have to reshoot those scenes.
Braun Strowman, I'm fucking kidding. Don't do that.
Reacher?
Nah.
Actually,
he has the frame, but he doesn't have the voice.
I don't know who's a big motherfucker in Hollywood. Just cast Christopher Judge. He has the build, he has the voice. Just cast him. Fuck it.
Yes.
Just let him be. Let's let him be Kratos. He already played Kratos in the game. He's already a big motherfucker.
Yes, I agree.
Just do it. Just do it.
Do it.
Aliens, Fireteam Elite 2, Cold Iron Studios revealed the new specialist player class and showcased a multi-stage horde mode ahead of its August the 25th release. I don't know what any of that means, but it sounds cool. And then other things, other films, Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power Season 3.
I tapped out after Season 1. The first 3 Lord of the Rings is near and dear to my heart. I saw them in theaters with my family. I watched them every Christmas, extended editions. I tried watching the first season. I'm just like, I can't. This is not.
I heard not so good things about it. I mean, I'm not a Lord of the Rings guy, not because I hate it. I mean, the missus, that's her thing. She doesn't like the Hobbit movies at all. But she hasn't even watched the new series. But they showed Sauron in the trailer forging the One Ring, and they announced Simon Pegg joins the cast as the Balrog, and Jamie Campbell Bower appears as Celeborn. I don't know who these characters are. Somebody might know who this is. Avatar: The Last Airbender universe. For any Avatar: Last Airbender lovers who watch the show, the Mrs. loves that show. Mrs. and her sister. Paramount Plus revealed the trailer and premiere date October the 9th for Avatar Seventh Heaven. Seven Eighths. A 2D animated series. Is the pedophile father coming back? No,
wow. What? That's great.
Jesus Christ. A 2D animated series following an Earthbender Avatar post-Korra. Updates were shared on the upcoming Avatar Aang theatrical film, along with hints of an undisclosed third television project in early development. I heard that movie was actually very good. That's the one that got leaked, I believe.
Yeah. I'm not the only Avatar we watch is the blue people in this household because my daughter loves them.
Yeah, I like that movie better when it was called Fern Gully.
Great film.
Yeah. Blade Runner 2099 first trailer debuted, confirming a late 2026 premiere window while bridging connections to both 1982 original and Blade Runner 2049. Hunter Schafer will be in the film. Is it a movie or a show?
I thought it was a series.
But she'll be in it with another actor whose name I'm blanking on. But Necromancer on Apple TV Plus premiered its initial teaser trailer starring Callum Turner. That's he's married to Dua Lipa, so I hate him.
Of course you do.
I hate him because I want to beat him. And then Spaceballs, the new one.
Which I'm not gonna lie, I love the first Spaceballs. I don't know how I feel about it. Me seeing Rick Moranis, not gonna lie, my childhood came alive. I haven't seen that guy in forever. I mean, you're right around my age. he was my childhood, man. I mean, he was so many parts. Ghostbusters, freaking Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Bully,
Uh, what's that?
Bully with Ed O'Neill.
Yes, yes. Oh my God, that one. That's the one I was thinking of.
Oh, Little Giants.
Little Giants. Yes, that's it. That's the one I was thinking of. And the reason why he left
Yeah, take care of his kids.
filmmaking and just seeing him back, man, that made me so freaking happy. And then hearing Josh, I mean, I find Josh Gad kind of sometimes, but because there's a rumor that he was going to be playing John Candy's character. I mean, he came out and said, he's like, I'm not, he's like, that is a treasured character. We're not touching that. All I can say is I'm playing somebody similar. That's all I can go into detail, but we're going to remember John Candy in this movie, which I'm just like, just be good. Just be fucking good. You got fucking Rick Moranis out of like a 30-year retirement here.
Cast and crew gathered for a retro preview panel featuring Mel Brooks, Rick Moranis, and Bill Pullman. I believe Lewis Pullman's in this movie as well.
Yep.
So, discussing the upcoming comedy sequel, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Didn't get a teaser yet. So, like I said, my hopes, I'm keeping mid on this just because the first one just is so freaking special.
Yeah, I mean, the missus loves that movie. I like it. I don't maybe love it the way most people do, but I think it's funny. Because it, we don't get a lot of parody. We don't get a lot of satire or parody films, and when we do, they're not that good. The most recent Naked Gun, I loved. I was laughing hysterically during that movie. Scary Movie wasn't that funny, and we talked about it not so long ago. But people loved it, so I'm not gonna yuck anyone's yum. But yeah, I mean, cool. If they can make it work in modern day, cool. It's like it's like it's like I said earlier. Just be good. So that's pretty much it for the big stuff.
I got one more. Got one more. Because you mentioned something you thought the trailer showed too much of. And I said, we're going to talk about it. We got to talk about Zach Kreger's Resident Evil. Because I got a little excited about this. And you weren't all through happy with the trailer.
I watched maybe 40-ish seconds of it. And then I realized I'm seeing too much. I want to go into this movie surprised because going back to Weapons, that first trailer for Weapons I thought was phenomenal because it gave me, because I'm like, what the fuck? What's that? What is that? What's happening there? And then when I saw that second trailer, I'm like, you know what? I'm good. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see everything. It's like it's like another really good movie that came out last year, Sinners, where that first teaser was like, what's happening here? Is Ryan Coogler directing a horror film? Like, what's going on? And that trailer, that second trailer, just basically gave away everything.
Which I'll agree with you on that. Yeah.
And I went out of my way to not watch that trailer. Like when I was in the movies, watching other movies, and like that trailer came on, I would put on my earbuds and just go and wait for it to be done because I wanted to be surprised. Same thing with Weapons. Same thing with this. And I don't think Zach Kreger would purposely give away the whole plot. But I'm still just like, you know what? I want to go to the theater and see that scene live in living color.
Right.
I don't want to see everything. I don't want to see a fucked up scene and go, that's still fucked up, but I saw that. I want to be like, what the fuck was that? Like I didn't know that was gonna happen. Like in Weapons, like there's fucked up shit that happened in that movie where I'm like, like if I would have gotten that spoiled in the trailer, I would have been mad because I'm like, man, if only I got to see this, as it was happening. So again, that's just my thoughts. You guys can disagree with me, and I know Joe kind of disagrees with me, and I get it. But I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to turn this off because I want to be surprised.
The one thing I'm glad he showcases trailer is because he's highlighting the game without being a movie about the game. Like, if you watch the trailer, there's a scene with a typewriter. He's opening up drawers. There's medicine. There's a gun. There's limited ammo. And you're like, oh, fuck. Like, this is like playing the goddamn game.
Right.
And the fact, which we saw this in the teaser, where you see the bodies falling and there's blood splattering everywhere.
I didn't get that far. I got to the point where
No, this is in the teaser.
No, I know that. But so like obviously in the trailer it showed Austin Abrams, working at a hospital, and he gets paid extra money to go do another job. And then he runs over some chick, and you see him go to the, I guess, that cottage or that cabin in the snowy mountains or whatever. Which again, we saw that in the original trailer, but we get to see it expanded. Where I cut it off was when you see someone running in the snow after him. I just went, you know what? Cutting it off.
Yeah. Well, the part I'm talking about is where you see the teaser where he's running through the street in the snow and you just see bodies dropping. You remember that scene in the teaser? In real life, he almost died.
I heard that.
Because they were dropping body size, basically body size of blood, like just dropping from buildings down, and he almost got hit with one. Like Kreger said, just like, yeah, he almost fucking got hit with one. I was like, holy shit. Jeez. Like, we're using practical effects like this? I'm fucking down.
I mean, so, there's one thing we know about Zach is this is his vision, and he's gonna go with next to no CGI.
Yeah, and that's one thing when you said like, they're showing too much. I'm just like, if you know Kreger, and just based off this trailer, I mean, we probably got 3 minutes of one scene, 10 minutes. I wouldn't say 10 minutes, probably 6-7 minutes of another scene. And we still have, they said it's 130 minutes long. It's like 92, 93 minutes. So it's going to be like a roller coaster of just nonstop, which I am fucking seated for. I want nonstop blood, gore, survival horror, claustrophobia. Somebody posted something today, and I don't know if I want to say it, because they said it would be something like Kreger to do. Because if you played Resident Evil games, how often do you come up against somebody just laying on a street and they had a note, and you pick up a note and it goes, oh, I was supposed to deliver this to something. And that's how the movie fucking ends. And it's a main character from the fucking video game.
Yeah, because I know everyone's big caveat, and it's kind of my caveat too, where like this is an original story and it's not really connected to other games, where I'm like, I don't think it is though, but it's like, well, the ones are called Resident Evil.
Oh, do you remember Outbreak?
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with.
Yeah, so did Biohazard. I mean, until the end, but like Biohazard was its own thing. We didn't have a whiff of fucking Umbrella until the end of Biohazard. So who's to say at the end of this movie we're gonna get, the main character, he shows up in a facility that's ran by a certain corporation. That's the reason why all those shit's happening.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. If I don't care who it is, Redfield, who's the fucker, the bad guy?
Wesker.
Fucking Wesker shows up at the end, I will pop like a motherfucker.
If fucking Leon Kennedy shows up, and he just like gives one of his famous dad jokes of just like,
and that's another thing. I see people like, it looks like there's a lot of humor in this trailer. I'm like, have you not seen Kreger's other movies?
Have you not seen Resident Evil? Because there's humor in that too,
right?
Especially Leon Kennedy. If you don't like humor, you're not gonna like Leon Kennedy being like, well, this is a winter wonderland.
Oh man, I can't wait. I think this is going to be a surprise horror, and that comes out towards Halloween.
It's gonna be in September, I believe. Yeah.
End of September, yes.
Who would you, if you had to pick, who would be your dream cast for a Resident Evil film? If this film's successful and
Like
Zach
like
Cregger should
core
be
like the core characters from the game. Who would I would cast?
okay, let's scenario. This movie financially does well, and it opens up a new Resident Evil verse stemming from this movie. Who would you cast as your Leon, your Redfield, your Claire, your Jill, your Wesker?
Oh my god, I thought about this for so long. I went down the Romero. At one point in my life, I went down to Romero, like try to write a script for this fucking shit, just because I love the game so much. Oh my god.
There's people that want Anthony Starr to play Wesker.
That's a good pick. And he actually mentioned that in an interview. He's like, "Yeah, I would like to play that." I think it's the blonde hair.
I know Jensen Ackles got brought up for Leon. Yeah, he might be a little too old for the role, though.
You know what? He's right there in the same path. But Jared, just because could be the hair, but he has that because in the beginning, Leon kind of has that kind of timid, like, "Oh, what's going on?"
Right, but
and
you know what?
Sam has that.
But here's the thing: this might be a hot take. I think Jensen's a better actor than Jared.
I fully agree with you.
Jared is just—he's not that good of an actor. I'm sorry. Like, he has his moments, but like he has kind of that. I wouldn't say Keanu Reeves isms, but like he just has that look of like,
what's going on?
Like I never watched the Walker Show, but I saw clips where he's just like staring into the camera, like, so someone killed my wife. Oh no. Oh
my god! Oh man, this is gonna be some
like
good
in the
takes.
beginning of Supernatural, he was good, but then over time he just kind of got stuck in that. Dean,
what's going on? Wait, hold on. Dean, demons again?
Are you sure it's not a Rougarou?
No, I don't. Dean, what's wrong? You want to talk about it?
Dean.
What? You want to save it for the rest of the season? Fine.
So, but again,
Anyway.
that's just again.
Oh
I don't know.
God,
Again, obviously it's Zach Cregger. He's gonna knock it out of the park.
Yeah.
I know it sounds like I'm blowing him, and I am. But he's been 2 for 2.
Yeah.
So he's gonna knock it out of the park with this one. It's gonna make money. I imagine this has a low budget. This is not gonna have an insane budget.
I would assume so.
Well, actually, compared to Weapons and Barbarian, it might have a higher budget. It might have a higher budget because it's an IP. Even though he's writing and directing it. So I don't know. We'll see. But I do look forward to it. For obvious reasons, I'll look forward to it.
Yeah.
So, but we're near the end of the show. So do you want to tell everyone what you've been watching?
Well, besides X-Men 97, but the only thing I watched this week is I watch I just mentioned it. Shit, what is it called? Not Succulent. I must be getting old and tired. I'm Saccharin. That's what it was called. It's a just dropped on Shudder. It's what happens if you take a diet pill that's made of somebody's ashes.
I saw that up on the main page. I was going to watch that.
Yeah. 2/3 of the movie, great. There's a few times where in our circles it seemed a little Blumhousey, where they're trying to build up scares with ghost-like stuff, moving objects. Some stuff I really liked. So let me backtrack a little bit. Um, you know, young nurse. She's trying to lose weight. She's trying to impress a gym teacher in the same building, same school that she's nursing at. And one of her old friends that she sees, she's like, "Oh, you look great. What have you been doing? Looks like you lost a lot of weight." She's like, "Well, I'm kind of taking this new pill. It's not FDA approved, but it's called the Gray. And I've lost some weight. I can eat whatever I want. And I feel great. I'm losing weight. Here's a few pills for you. Try it out. See what you think." And so she does it. She sees results within like 24, 48 hours. And she's like, this works really good, really good. And she's a nurse. So she's going to sit there and break down the pill, see what the components are. And she's like, "Wow, this looks familiar. What is this?" And in the film, one of her other friends looks at her and is like, "That's human remains. That's ashes. You're eating human ashes." And she's like,
Yummy.
"Great. I want more." And her friend's like, "Well, if you want a prescription off the book, it's like $5,000. And lo and behold, at the same time, since she's a nurse, they're working on cadavers. So she, again, brilliant person as she is, I'm going to take a chest bone, I'm going to take a leg bone, and I'm going to grind these bones down to powder and DIY my own gray pills. And the cadaver she's working on is called Big Bertha. She's a big lady. Doesn't have a backstory yet, but they're like, "Look at her. She's big. She died for being overweight," which kind of coalesced with the nurse who's trying to lose weight, and meanings and metaphors. And yeah, and we're pulling stuff from everywhere. And of course, she takes the pill. She's losing weight. But at the same time, she's noticing somebody's watching her. Now, this part of the film that I liked, I was like, "Oh, that's a new take." She can't see Bertha out of nowhere. It has to be like a convoluted mirror, like a spoon, mirror that hangs up in a store, something that's like bended reality. She can see Bertha. And Bertha lets you know she's coming because you start getting hungry because you've been eating her ashes.
So what you're saying is, when she ate her, Bertha became a part of her.
Yes. So, like all
Yeah.
the lovely tropes and everything.
I like
Bertha.
sound effects, people.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Keep talking.
No. So yeah, Bertha starts to haunt this young lady, and then starts to try to possess this young lady. And so it goes through the normal things where she's like, "Oh shit, I fucked up. I took these pills of this ashes of this dead woman. Now she's haunting me. I need help. I need to go to my friend." And my friend's like, "What the fuck?" And it does the typical thing. It starts to fall apart in the third act, like you think it would. It runs 2 hours. It should not be 2 hours. It literally should be like an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes. And then when it comes to the culminate, and I don't want to give too much away, but it builds up. You get to the climax. The climax ends, and then they give you a shock factor that has nothing to do with the fucking story. And then that's it.
You don't say.
So I will say the body horror in this, and much of the body horror is just the gross eating. I mean, there's just overeating, there's stuff in your face. She's losing weight. You're seeing ribs, you're seeing bones stick out. And then when it comes to like her working on the cadaver, ripping stuff out of the dead body, grinding up bones, But really, it was just the eating. The eating was the gross part. 'Cause she's stuffing her face with like donuts and just like food. And when she gets hungry, she doesn't have food. She's just shoving like detergent in her mouth, and just it gets gross and uncomfortable. But I gave it a 6.5 just because the first two halves of the movie was good. I like the concept. I like the fact that you get haunted by a, a spirit because you devoured their ashes for trying to lose weight. I was like, oh, that's a great concept. But then the third act just ran so freaking long. I was like, all right, this should be over with. Let's reach your it's like Joey Number says, like in a match that's like 5 minutes long. Let's wrap it up, guys. Let's wrap it up. But I would say
So then,
give it a shot. It's on Shutter or AMC Plus.
speaking of AMC Plus, did you have any more?
No, that's. I watched that, and then I watched the hot ones with Bernthal and Holland because I just wanted to see that because I love those two. That's all I watched.
But good segue. AMC Plus. I did watch some. I watched two things on AMC Plus. Some old. We're to say older movies because they're not that old. One's, I guess, kind of old, and then one was literally like maybe 10 years ago. So since The Odyssey just came out, AMC Plus put out a movie, which is actually Christopher Nolan's first ever movie. It's called Following.
No, that's on there.
Yes, sir.
What?
It's literally his first film. It's in black and white. I think it's only like 70 minutes. And the plot of the film has to do with this. I think he's like a journalist. He says he's a journalist, but he's not really a journalist. And he ends up getting involved in the world of B&E, breaking and entering. And then he gets too involved with it. And like a Nolan film, it has a big plot twist at the end. And again, this is his first ever film. I think it was only made for like $6,000. No recognizable actors except for one, which I think is his brother, John Nolan.
Okay.
Because I remember seeing him in one of the Batman movies, and I think it's a good film. Not a great film, but I think it's a pretty good film. It's pretty engaging. It really just gives you the plot right then and there. Like you don't really have to waste time over explaining shit because, like I said, it's only 70 minutes.
Right.
Funny enough, there's a scene where they're about to break into an apartment, and the apartment has a Batman sign outside of it. Just a sign of things to come.
Right.
So people don't really seem to recognize, like before Nolan started out, he was doing indie films. He did Following,
Right.
he did Memento.
Great film.
Memento's great. You should check that out. He did Insomnia, which I don't really think that's an indie film.
But it's a great fucking film. You need to check out if you haven't watched it.
Which I haven't seen it. That's on my list.
Oh,
that and Dunkirk.
Robin Williams is so good in that.
That and Dunkirk. That's on my list of Nolan films I need to watch. Which I actually bought Dunkirk on DVD. I need to watch that.
Nice.
And then of course he did Batman. He wanted to do Batman, and a lot of the best directors, like going today, they all started out doing indie stuff, and then they worked their way up to doing big budget Hollywood stuff, and then they solidified themselves as being the best directors out there. Like Scorsese, he started out doing small budgeted indie stuff, and then he worked his way up to. And John Draper's probably going to choke me for forgetting, what was his first big movie. Obviously not Cape Fear, because Cape Fear came out in like the late '80s. But like,
Right.
what was like his first big movie? Scorsese.
Oh shit!
Like when I mean big, I mean like huge. Like what's the movie where it's like, oh, he can do big stuff? Was it Cape Fear? Because obviously I know Raging Bull, Taxi Driver, Streets of New York. Anyways, if anyone wants to cuss me out in the chat, please do so. But then you had Spielberg, who started out with Duel, the car movie.
Right.
And then he did Jaws. And then he did E.T. Well, E.T. came out after Jaws. I'm sorry.
Yep.
And then obviously, Indiana Jones and Jurassic Park.
Close Encounters is not for Close Encounters was after Jaws, wasn't it?
I believe so. And then most notably, Ryan Coogler. He started out with Fruitvale Station. And then they're like, hey, we're going to do this Rocky spinoff. You want to do it? Sure.
Yeah.
And that was essentially kind of a low budget movie.
Right.
And then what happened? He made Marvel $1 billion with Black Panther.
Yep.
And then he just won an Oscar for Sinners. So everybody started somewhere and they worked their way to the top, like Nolan did. So following, check it out. It's a good watch. Another movie I watched for another topical film that's coming out pretty soon is a film that stars two very notable actors that we know very well that are going to be in a film that actually were just in a film, a very big film that we just talked about, and are going to be in another big film that we're going to talk about next week. And that's The Pilgrimage, which stars John Bernthal and a very, 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 very young Tom Holland.
Yep.
Which, if anyone doesn't know the story behind that, while they were filming that movie, they had gotten the call for their Marvel roles.
Yep.
And they actually help each other film each other's auditions for Marvel. Because John Bernthal didn't know who the Punisher was, because he was like, I don't know if I want to play a superhero. And Tom Holland was like, no, this is who the Punisher is. Like, he filled him in on who the Punisher was. And it was actually John Bernthal's idea to Tom Holland to do a flip in his audition, which is kind of funny to think about, because in Homecoming, there's that guy going, hey, Spider-Man, do a flip. So, again, Pilgrimage. I don't know if it's a film for everybody. It's kind of a slow burn. It's kind of the film you think it is, because the film's set in Ireland.
Right.
John Bernthal, who's obviously not Irish, is a mute in the movie. And as we know with John Bernthal, he always plays a tense motherfucker in any film he's in. So, of course, he's somebody that's a bad motherfucker in this movie. And when the bad motherfucker stuff happens, it happens. And, you know, kind of reminds me of The Death of Robin Hood.
Okay.
But there's maybe a little bit more violence in this movie than that one. Whereas that movie started out violent, and then it just kind of took a little bit of a decline for the rest of the movie. Whereas this one was like, we're going to start off more character driven, more dialogue heavy. And then once we reach the action, the violence stuff, that's where we're going to take off.
Okay.
So I would say I maybe like this a little bit more than Death of Robin Hood. So if you want to gear it for a brand new day, I would say watch Pilgrimage. Just so, again, you can see John Bernthal and Tom Holland at work. And then go watch The Odyssey. And then watch Spider-Man Brand New Day. So that's what I watched.
Nice.
And then I rewatched No Way Home for my Doomsday marathon today, and I still love that film. But anyways, that's everything we talked about. Now we can end it off with box office.
Oh, yes.
So box office for this week, number 5. This kind of fell, but it's still in the top 5. Minions and Monsters.
Okay.
The weekend domestic was 9.60 million, had a 29% drop. Domestic, it's 155.39. Worldwide is 412 million on a $80 to $100 million budget. So it's considered a success.
Yeah.
So good for Minions and Monsters.
Mignon.
Number 4, I've literally never heard of this film. Hades Town, the musical, Bleecker Street. Someone's gonna have to fill me in what the fuck that is. It's obviously a musical. It's a low budget film. It's a musical, so you can imagine. 15 to 20 million opening weekend domestic, 9.69, same as the domestic cumulative. Worldwide 10 million, so it's kind of close to its budget. Solid targeted counter program debut across 1,949 screens for the Tony-winning Broadway film adaptation. So it's a Tony Award-winning play brought to life.
Huh.
So good for them. I mean, obviously it has its audience.
Right.
So again, I don't know much about them, but Good for you. Number 3, Toy Story 5.
Bill.
Weekend domestic 10 million, 27% drop. Domestic is 448.56 million. Worldwide, it's already made 1 billion simoleons. Didn't that make it the first film to reach 1 billion this year?
Yep.
So, yeah, they officially crossed the 1 billion worldwide milestone, holding firm as 2026 highest grossing release to date. So, if you're sick of these toys, well, too fucking bad, because they got your money.
And it was a good film.
So, I haven't seen it, but like you said, I heard good things. Number 2, something that's not a good film, Moana, a live action remake. Weekend domestic 10.5 million, 41% drop. Domestic is 102.47. Worldwide is 228.20. Well, it already surpassed its budget.
Thank God.
But this is officially a flop. This is already a flop. Hopefully Disney will learn their lesson, but they're not, because we're getting a Tangled reboot. A Tangled live action reboot.
Stop with the live action.
Disney's like, no. You want more?
Fuck you too.
Oh, just for that, we're getting an Emperor's New Groove live action. Fuck! No! I mean, actually, you know what? I mean, I feel like I say this a lot. Do a live action remake of the ones that weren't that popular.
Okay, that I agree with.
You know, I don't know if you're going to go, oh, I mean, I've never seen Treasure Planet, but people love Treasure Planet.
That'd be a great one. Or what's the other one? Atlantic City? No, not Atlantic City. Jesus.
Atlantis or Atlantis.
Yes, Atlantis. Yep.
Do a live action of that. I mean, I love Emperor's New Groove, but that's not considered one of the biggest of all time.
Question, because you mentioned it earlier. We're going to wrap around for a little bit. Could we do a Fern Gully if we don't have Robin Williams?
Shit. I mean, they technically did
that. That's a dark fucking movie too. Let's not forget. That's a dark fucking movie.
And also, it can also be a topical movie, especially in today's climate. Yeah. So I don't. I mean, you can't replace a Robin Williams, but I don't think that should be your first goal. Like, try to find someone who can bring something different,
right,
to what this story you're trying to tell. So I don't know, but yeah, just
I could tell you 2 I don't want ever. Just because, one, they mainly involve animals, and animals, when you go from animation to live action, they do not emote the same. I don't ever want to see All Dogs Go to Heaven, and I don't want to see Land Before Time. Do not give me those live action, because they will not work. They will fail. Keep the OG.
So you're saying you don't want to see Oliver and Company?
No.
Hold on. Give me one second. I'll be right back. Keep talking.
Okay. Hi. I'm sorry. I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah, All Dogs Go to Heaven. Anything from the late Fern Gully. Oh, what's the one with the mouse? Shoot. Oliver and Company. There's if anybody's in the chat, the one with the mice. Rescue. Actually, there's 2. There's one or something. I'm failing here. I haven't seen these movies in such a long freaking time.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back. I was trying to remember. There's like 2 or 3 movies I was trying to remember. One involved mice. It was called Rescue Something. They made like 1 or 2.
Great Mouse Detective? No, Rescuers Down Under.
Yes. Don't do that. And then there's one where it's like, I don't know if it was a mouse or something else, but it had big freaking ears. Steven Spielberg directed an animated film that involved like a.
Was it Fievel?
Is that it? I don't know. It was like early 90s. Like it was like a mouse or something with the big ears. You might be right. Bible?
Oh man, I watched the first one.
God
It's not
damn,
Great Mouse Detective. That's a different one.
It's just I'm just going back into like the freaking memory bank of frozen memories, and I'm trying to remember. I was like, I don't want these ever made into live action. Like, don't touch these.
No, don't touch those. All right, so yeah, Moana 2
Failed.
And number 1, a big failure.
Oh, such a huge trailer.
Failure. The Odyssey. 87 million for weekend domestic, a 30% drop. Whoa.
Just a 30. What a go
Even
home.
Your dog can't believe it. The domestic cumulative 286.37.
Sorry,
worldwide 639.60 million on their $250 million budget.
They're going broke.
Like I said, you go woke, you go broke, homie. Christopher Nolan historical epic logs his second best weekend ever, propelled by continued sold out IMAX 70 million. See, I'm so upset I can't say a word. Like I'm so disgusted by this film. 70 millimeter showtimes worldwide. That poor bastard. Poor bastard can't catch a break.
You know what's a theme this year? And Duncan agrees. Word of mouth.
Yeah. There's this film. There's another film that
it's that small one.
What was that?
We were obsessed about it for a minute.
Oh, Obsession.
Oh yeah.
On a $750,000 budget. That's it just surpassed Sinners as the highest grossing horror film. I don't think it's the highest grossing horror film, but it just passed Sinners.
Yeah.
Word of mouth. I mean, Jeff Lippman even liked it, and
I think you're on mute, Drew. I don't think it's me.
Well, no, can you hear me now?
Yes.
I was gonna say, like, yeah, word of mouth. Like, pretty much everyone I know loves Sinners. I mean, not Sinners, but Obsession.
Yeah.
And even Jeff Lippman loved it. And that motherfucker hates everything. But he liked Obsession. So that's
and you even got these big name actors and actresses like, you seen Obsession yet? And they're like, yeah, it's fucking great.
Fucking Tom Holland and Matt Damon, while they're promoting Odyssey, they're like, yeah, Obsession was awesome.
Right?
It's like, Jesus Christ, like Jake Johnson, while he's promoting a movie, just randomly starts talking about Obsession. It's like
that's why I love fucking seeing. It's just like, oh yeah, I see this little movie.
Yeah,
like we need more of that.
We need more of that. You know, Backrooms. Like, granted, Backrooms is, I guess, an IP because it's, steeped from lore, but look at what that did. I think it's the highest grossing movie in A24 history.
Yep.
So just strong word of mouth helps. It did for Barbarian years ago, and that helped propel Weapons into what it was. And obviously it's going to do the same for Resident Evil for obvious reasons.
Yeah. And just like Odyssey, if Odyssey sucked, it would not have just dropped just a measly 32%. Now, granted, it's going to lose a lot of traction next week because Tom Holland has another little movie coming out. But, I mean, it's tracking to... Odyssey is still going to make $1 billion plus.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to make $1 billion, and all these fucking far right conservatives are still being like, woke. It's woke. Woke. It's like,
Drew,
I don't know what you want.
real quick before we wrap up, isn't it crazy? We still have 2 movies that have yet to come out, and they're already tracking. This is the biggest year in theaters since pre-COVID,
Hmm.
and we have now. Granted, we know Spidey's going to get $1 billion plus. Avengers is easily going to get there, but it's going to bleed over until 2027. So unless it kills it in the first week, it's not going to make a bill before the end of 2026. But
Right.
the fact that we are getting into the biggest year in theaters since pre-COVID, I mean, what does that tell you about where we're headed in the movie industry?
I mean, obviously it's good because they're putting out films that people want to see. And also it helps that they're downsizing on releases for movies, because like with Marvel 7 years ago when they were like, hey, we're gonna release all this shit. It's like, are you sure? And that's when they were just like, okay, maybe less is more. And yeah, because we only have 2 Marvel films this year. That's all we need. We've only had 2 DCU films, and the next one is Clayface, which again, that's getting a lot of hype. That's gonna probably have strong word of mouth. Will like, not saying it's gonna make $1 billion, but I think it's gonna make some good money for DC that they lost with Supergirl. But again, just downsizing, less is more. And we're also getting more original storytelling with just practical effects, and that's what people want. Like, we're tired of watching these movies with these bloated budgets where you look in Moana, like I didn't see it, but I saw clips where it's like, why does the ocean look fake? Why does the sky look fake? Can we just, like, I don't know. I hate saying realism because it sounds kind of douchey in some ways, but it's like, why does even like the simplest of things have to look fake?
Right.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you bring that up as you look at Moana. I mean, what was the budget for Moana? 200 mil?
Yeah.
And then you take something like the Odyssey, which again, big budget, but all practical. It works, told a great story, made all its money back in the same week. And just like, I don't think it's Duncan. I know we hate shitty movies. When I hear people say, "Oh, there's nothing new in theaters," it's bullshit.
Which that annoys
There's
the
great,
fuck out of me.
there's great stuff in movie theaters. It's you need good word of mouth, you need good marketing, and you need to be a great fucking movie. I mean,
Yeah.
to me, I would argue when it comes to original pieces, also when it comes because Odyssey is an original piece, but it's a retelling. But also when you have, and I'll even include Marvel in this because the way Spider-Man and Doomsday is tracking again, they have a lot of fan base. But when something is good, it will market well and it will succeed, and it doesn't seem like a cash grab. And I think this year we've had a great mix of both, from independent like Obsession, Backrooms, to big market like Odyssey. Because if Odyssey sucked, it would fail in its first week. There's no way
Right.
it would make $250 million if it was a suck ass film. But it was a great fucking movie, and it's probably gonna win 10 fucking Academy Awards. So I'm hoping this is a turn of the tide. I know we're running long. We've gone fucking 2.5 hours. We've gone another fucking Odysseus trip here. But with the fact, with the Odyssey coming out, and the fact that I think people are getting tired of all the rage bait,
Yeah.
of all the negativity. And I think people are really forcing the hand of like, no, you need to fucking see this movie. And I think
Yeah.
people, and it could be whether it's our generation or the generation ahead of us, are saying, this movie's fucking great. We're going to see it. We're seeing it again. I've known several people who've gone to see The Odyssey 2 to 3 times. I'm like, that's a 3-hour fucking movie people are going to invest in. He hated it because he was locked in the house for 3 fucking hours when I went to go see it. But I know I'm going to go see Spider-Man 2 or 3 times. You probably will too. I know 3 people who went and saw Obsession 3 times in the fucking theater. And I think that's the change we need. If I can stress anything about movie-going experiences, fuck the IWC, fuck Rotten Tomatoes, fuck what anybody else says. Go see it for yourself. Don't go online and bitch about something if you're not willing to go see it.
Exactly.
That's my thing.
You know?
I'm not going to bitch about a movie until I see it.
Yeah. I never have a stick up my ass about anything about casting. You know, like I need to see the finished product before I can complain. Like I'm gonna have my assumptions, but I'm just gonna be like, all right, let's see how it works. It's like what I said last week, where like there was that rumor that Elliot Page was gonna play Achilles, where my only complaint about that, I mean, obviously he didn't. I'm sorry, he didn't. But like my only complaint about that would have been like, well, it's a very small actor playing that role. You know, that would have been my only complaint, and not what, again, a very red side of Twitter is like, ugh. It's like, oh my God, shut up. It's like, just watch the fucking movie or don't. Like, shut the fuck up.
Right.
You know, and it's just, I know we're running along, and I'll find a closing point, but it's like that again, that group of people that are like, there's no original movies, and it's like, I don't know what you want, people, because this is the most successful year of movies since pre-COVID. We have movies that were made on like a really low budget, like Obsession, like Backrooms. Another movie I saw this year that had a low budget that made some good money was The Drama. That was an A24 film, and granted, it had good actors that people like Zendaya and Rob Pattinson, but still, it had a low budget, and people still want to go see it. You know, and also you have the big budget films like a Spider-Man that's going to come out that isn't relying on the fact that it's Spider-Man to make money. It's like, no, we're still going to tell a good story. You know, The Odyssey with Christopher Nolan, where he still has that indie mindset of like, I'm going to still tell a good story, but on a broader spectrum. And I don't like CGI. Everything's going to be practical. Like, I was explaining this to my dad, because my dad's not really a big movie guy like I am.
Right.
But he's like, you know, I'm not really a big fan, you know, of like the big CGI stuff. I'm like, no, Dad. Nolan does not use CGI. Everything in this movie's fucking, I didn't say fucking, this is my dad, but I'm like, everything in this movie's practical. And he's like, what? It's like, yeah. The Cyclops scene, that was filmed practically. Like, obviously there wasn't a Cyclops, but they had an actor play the Cyclops and filmed in front of like pretty much like dolls. And then they had the actors filmed in front of a built-in Cyclops. And I'm explaining this to him, and he's like, what? So, yeah, it's just, this has been a big year for movies, for movie theaters. Yeah. Like you said, people are going to the theaters almost every day. You know, and you know, the theaters are dead. People, the movie theater is dead. People, movie studios can't come up with original ideas. Like that side of that side of the audience, that small little corner of the internet is like small. It's getting smaller and smaller by the second, because
and
you know, you're hearing good word of mouth about these films. Go ahead.
Yeah, and not just that, just real quick too. It's just like, even when I brought up Saccharin, I mean, it may have not been my cup of tea, but it was original. And you got stuff like Shudder, Tubi, all these other, even stuff that may be HBO based or Hulu based. I mean, they're coming out with original content. You can find something that's good, that's original. You just got to find it. You can't just sit at home and be like, oh, there ain't shit. Fuck it. Everything's miserable.
Yeah, it's just like those people just focus on IPs and remakes and sequels. I'm like, I don't know, A24 has some good shit, Neon has some good shit, Shudder has some good shit.
Yeah.
If you get AMC Plus, you have access to Sundance and IFC. So it's like, I mean, Netflix, well, maybe not so much Netflix, but like Hulu has some good stuff. When I had Paramount had some decent stuff. Prime has some good stuff. So I don't know why you're still stuck on the nobody's going to movie theaters anymore shit. Because all you have to do is just type in Google really quick, are movie theaters doing well? And the answer is yes. Like, what do you want? What do you want, people? Anyways, I know your dog is getting anxious. We're going to cut it off.
Yeah, we're good.
That is it, people. We did 2 hours and 45 minutes. We pretty much just did the Odyssey.
Dude, I fucking love it, man. We go off on some tangents here. We cover some good shit with Sdcc, Avengers. Thank you, Drew, for the time. I mean, I'll let you start off with the finales here.
But thank you to everyone that watched, whether you're on the YouTube channel, the Experience YouTube channel, which make sure you subscribe. Hit the like button and also leave a comment if you please. It helps with the algorithm. Thank you to everyone that watches the reels, whether it's on YouTube or on Instagram or on Facebook or on TikTok. I know last week's reels got some pretty big views. They're Odyssey related. They also got some good comments too. So thank you to everyone for those views and also the likes and the comments and the repost. What else was I going to say? And also, yeah, on YouTube, and also if you're watching on the Twitter X channel, make sure you subscribe to my Twitter and also Joe's Twitter. Follow us.
Yeah,
and the Facebook page. Yeah, the Experience Facebook page. And yeah, just subscribe to all the socials, like I just mentioned, including Instagram and including TikTok, which I mentioned again. I'm at 730 something. If I hit 1,000, I can get some good perks, and that includes streaming on TikTok. So I can stream the shows on TikTok live in living color. In the meantime, enjoy the reels for each show, whether it's this show, whether it's the Experience, which since I'm seeing not No Way Home, Brand New Day. Since I'm seeing Brand New Day on Wednesday, we're moving that show to Tuesday, just for Tuesday. Where we have a lot to talk about. We're going to be talking about this pay-per-view that's still playing in the background.
This game's so bad. Sorry.
And then obviously SummerSlam is coming up next week, which awesome. And yeah, but the Experience for one night only this coming will be on Tuesday at 7 p.m. So look for us there. And of course, this show, which is every Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Time. Next week, as I mentioned before, we're going to be talking about Spider-Man Brand New Day with RJ the Brooklyn Savage. So it's going to be a trio. It's going to be a trio. It's going to be an awesome show. Look for it, people. And look for everything else I post on the channel, whether it's Friendly Neighborhood Marks with RJ and also Meadow Drive Hoops if you're a basketball fan, which the season won't start till October. So new episodes will probably more than likely be in the fall. But that is enough about me, about moi. Joe, take us home.
Yes, you can find me at on Twitter at Moose Breath and at TikTok at Moose Breath as well. You can find me anything that Drew tags me in. He does all the heavy lifting. I look pretty in the skirt. Not really. But yeah, just like, comment, please. Anything you guys want us to talk about, leave comments wherever you find us. I mean, we love hearing what you guys think. One last thing though that I want to bring up, especially in our inner circles, we got a lot of friends, a lot of family that are hurting right now. So I just want to sit there and say, not just lift them up, lift ourselves up. The world is shit right now. We got a lot of people hurting financially, going through mental stuff, physical stuff, financial stuff. A few people I want to shout out in inner circles that Drew and I know. First, I want to shout out my younger brother. He's going through some stuff. Chris Matthews, he's going through some stuff. Cleric of Chaos, a good friend of ours, is always is going through some stuff as well. Let's give him a shout out. Bisha O'Brien and his family is recovering from some health stuff. So love and stuff to those guys. And lastly, to John Draper, I know he recently lost a good friend to the big old C word, who has been battling some health issues, who's no longer with us.
The lead singer of Sick of It All?
Yep.
Yeah, so I know John's struggling and his brothers because they were good friends with him. So we got a lot of people hurting. So let's lift each other up. I don't mean to bring the ending down, but I know we all need that love. And I know lifting ourselves up can be tough. So let's lift each other up to make each other just feel more alive, more positive. And that's all I got. You know, let's make tomorrow better outgoing. Okay, guys. Love you.
Love all ya. And happy birthday to my mom. Her birthday was Friday. Long story short, she was in the emergency room on Wednesday. She's fine. Everything's fine. I've been checking up on her regularly. She's fine. But you know, it's your mom, and without getting too misty-eyed, you know, cherish your family, your parents, of course, while they're still here. And I'm happy that my mom is still here. I love my mom. Mom, if you're watching, I love you. Dad, I'm sorry I'm not successful. I love you too, Dad. But on that note, I'm sorry to be a sap. We're sorry to be saps. We're just saps.
Yeah, we are.
We're just a bunch of saps. But
yes,
we love you all. We'll see y'all next week. And Dirk said Mama Drew. Thank you, Dirk. But have a good night, people. And we will see y'all. Well, I'll see you this Tuesday. Me and Joe will see you next week. And with our
I'll be around. Adios.